that's right behind the Superdome now. So it's like it wasn't there the last time. So maybe that's what
Oh, it is right there. I'm kind of noticing it now. Yeah.
kind of like how AT&T Stadium did it, where they had that huge kind of board, not the
Yeah.
score, but like the huge board that kind of played into the set too. So that was
Yeah.
nice.
It's kind of funny. Like every year, they just kind of like every stage they kind of like go into the theme of the area surrounding it. So
Oh yeah, oh
last year
yeah.
they had Universal, which of course is the best stage of all time. 32 was the Star, which honestly was not that good of a stage, but it was
No, I
still
mean,
it fit for what it was, and there I understand it because they were trying to fit as many people as they possibly could, so they had to keep the stage small. So
uh,
yeah, and then 31 was not that good. It
it
was
wasn't. It played on like the technology deal, I guess, in
yeah.
retrospect, but it was still simple. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Pokemon wasn't very good.
But
But still,
30 was dope. 29 was fucking insane. They had the Statue
yeah,
of Liberty on top of the fucking middle thing.
yeah. I don't know how you can or top that next year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be fucking crazy. And then 28 was, I mean, it was fine.
28 kind of started all of that, really.
Yeah, it started that kind of thing because then 29 was basically the same thing as 28, except, they did crazy. They, put the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building,
Hmm.
all in it. 27 was cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
And then 20, I'm trying to go back and think of all these. 26 was,
No, no, go on. We're recording, are we?
yes, we are.
No, why are we? No, let's go.
We were
We got too much
recording.
to talk about
No,
today.
we're recording. We got to talk about this right now. Come on.
No, we don't. No, move.
Hey
Introduce me.
everyone, what's going on? It's I'm Reed. We're listening to HW's podcast, and I'm here with TR72pro.
How, how long has it been?
So I
How long
had to
has it
look this up. The last time we did one was Great Balls of Fire.
been? Gosh darn. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not gonna run down all those pay-per-views, by the way.
No, no,
No,
no. But I do
Mm,
want to talk real quick because I remember you mentioned you went to SummerSlam. You were going to SummerSlam.
I did. Yes.
So please tell me about that experience because I got to
Long
talk about my
story.
Mania experience. So you got to talk about yours.
Long story short. I mean, like it was terrible
Oh
because I had
no.
plans going with someone else. They had to back out, and then a last second replacement was coming through, and then they had to back out on the last second again.
Oh
So I ended
god.
up going alone,
Oh
and
no.
it was frustrating because I couldn't really work with anyone about it.
Mhm.
Like at the show, it was I couldn't really get into it too much. Um, I think Brooklyn was a little more encompassing than SummerSlam was, especially since I was like second row that night. But I was also like all the way to the tail end of the section. So it felt like I was in the island by myself because everyone else wasn't that lit as I was. So that sucked. Except for Ember and Asuka. I do remember that one being really, really, really exciting for everyone, which was awesome. But
Yeah.
the shows were really good. I will say that. And
And you guys see
kind
Adam
of
Cole.
yeah, that was huge too. Being in there, that's one moment that I'm really happy to be around. Just being in that pop was incredible, and like all the stuff that was inside the Barclays Center was really crappy, but everything outside of it or inside it, no, yeah, everything outside of that place was really cool because I ran into so many wrestling people, and I got a chance to really kind of connect with some people that I didn't even know off the top of my head. So
Did you go
that
to
was
you
really
went to
cool.
SummerSlam, right?
I went to SummerSlam and Takeover.
Did you go to any other shows that were there over the weekend?
No, I was there. I didn't really have a lot of time to be there, honestly, because I was there. I got there at third. No, I got there Friday night, um, and I was supposed to get there like Friday afternoonish, but just getting to the hotel was dumb long because of traffic and all that. So I didn't really have a lot of time to spend in the city at Friday, and Saturday was me just kind of getting ready for Takeover. Sunday was also the same thing. I think the main thing that I did was just kind of go to some nearby restaurants,
Yeah.
and I walked from the hotel to the Brooklyn Bridge, which is pretty cool too. So that was a really cool moment as well. Just having that walk was
Yeah.
like 3 miles, just listening to music by myself. So that was pretty cool too.
That's cool.
Uh, yeah, and I am trying to go to WrestleMania next year too, so that's in the same area.
There you go.
So
There you go. See, last
that would be
year
nice.
when I went to WrestleMania last year, the walks we had were just to our hotel and then down the street to the indie show that we went to, and
Yeah,
like it was like The traffic there, literally, I fucking heard a horn, and I'm sure it's probably worse there in New York, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I just heard a horn every fucking 2 seconds, and I'm like, guys, can we not fucking drive? Like, we're in Orlando. Like, let's just calm down for a second and drive.
There was
And
that, and there was also the construction that was there too. That was going on overnight while I was
oh,
there. So
that's a
yeah,
trip. It was funny though, like the when we went to Mania, like the traffic was really bad, but when we
hmm
left, like I guess maybe we like caught a break because it was so easy. It was just like a straight beeline to our hotel.
that's
But
weird.
I know what you're. It's like I wish I went to Takeover myself, but we went to just another indie show instead, and we also couldn't afford it because it was a lot of money.
Yeah,
Takeover's a lot of money.
yeah, yes. It was. So yeah, and like with it, all the plans going down with the people that I was trying to go with, that gave me the ability to just upgrade some things as well. So
There you
that
go.
was pretty important.
Well,
But yeah.
well, and then like you said, you got to see Adam Cole come back, which is awesome. And then
Mhm.
what else happened at SummerSlam? You got to see the main event of
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
that's one of the things I was vivid about too. Like I've been a part of some really nice main events. I take a lot of pride in being there for AJ Styles' first WWE Championship win at Backlash. That was huge.
Hmm.
But that moment right there, I remember from about the first 2 minutes in, literally everyone in the building was standing watching this main event. It was awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
that's
losing my mind with what Braun was doing.
dude, it was fucking crazy. And then I feel like they did such a good job with that match, and then after that, they literally, I just think they dropped the ball so hard with Braun. Like the next match with Brock, they go out, and it's like the thing that got Braun over, and still to this day, is that like even like this past week, he throws Kurt Hawkins through a wall. He
Yeah,
destroys fucking people, and he
he's over the top.
destroys things. He's over the top. That's what gets him over. And I feel like they completely dropped the ball by having their rematch be, you know, the match that it was.
hmm It's back to it though. It is back.
It is back, but I feel like the match with Brock should have been basically their SummerSlam match, you know, but maybe it should have been their SummerSlam match, but just like in a one-on-one setting. So
hmm
I don't know. But yeah, so that was your SummerSlam trip. Sounds like fun. And then next year are they gonna be in the Barclays for every show besides Mania?
Yeah, they're going to be at MetLife, of course, for Mania, and they're going to be in the Barclays for Takeover, SmackDown, Raw, and Hall of Fame. And that's kind of the same plan that I want to run too, because the hotel that I was at, the Even Hotel, was literally in walking distance of the Barclays.
Okay.
So yeah, and that's also what I did too. Like the second I got there on that Friday night, I didn't really have time to do anything. It was a little rainy, and it was about to kind of hit sundown. So all I did was just walk to the Barclays immediately and just sit there and take pictures because I was so hyped just being there.
Yeah.
Gosh darn, I'm so excited for WrestleMania if I get there. That would be amazing. But yeah,
Yeah. Me and my friend plan on going this year, but I had foot surgery, so that kind of changed the whole plan.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna say that too. How did that happen?
So, well, it's kind of something that I've had it since I was born. When I was born, I had a club foot. So basically, just imagine a foot normally born and take it about like 45 degrees to the right. So you can't really walk on that. So when I was 9 months, I had surgery to fix it, and then but what they kind of did was they kind of just flattened my foot, and then my tendon is I I guess my tendon is basically fucked pretty much.
Yeah,
So it hurts a lot, and I have a job where I stand for 10 hours a day.
yeah.
So I'm in a lot of pain. So they decided to have surgery, and then when they're in there, they extended my Achilles because that was also fucked.
Good lord.
So I'm out of work for like 3 months, and
Gosh darn.
I've literally been. This was 2 weeks ago yesterday, so I've basically been laying in my bed, not doing much. So this weekend's pretty exciting to me because actually friends are coming over, and I'm actually talking to people that aren't my family. So
There you
it's
go.
incredible. I mean, yesterday was my first time being out of the house, and either being out of my house or a hospital in 2.5 weeks. So
That's crazy.
yeah. But next week I'll get
That's
a
crazy.
boot on. I won't be able to walk, but it's better than this fucking cast. I swear to God, I want
hmm
to kill myself. This cast is
You're almost
terrible.
there, homie.
I'm almost there. We'll make it.
You're almost there.
We'll make it. We'll be Gucci. But anyways, But anyways, yeah. So what I find weird about that though is that since they're going to New York next year, MetLife again, isn't like I think it's like the Izod Center or something like that, like literally right next door
They
to
just tore down the
MetLife.
eyes out, didn't they?
But didn't they have like a? Did they really?
I thought they did.
I don't even know. But
If
don't
there was ever a time to do
or
any other stadium, though,
is it the Prudential Center? Is that what it's called?
yeah, that's what I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably what it
but
is.
it's like
But
right next door, isn't it?
I think so. But I think it's also the fact that they have a really good relationship with the Barclays Center, and I think it's also just costs in general as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
which is probably the only thing stopping them from going to MSG as well.
yeah. MSG, it costs so much fucking money. They only do house
Yeah.
shows. Well, hopefully the next year SummerSlam they change it up. If since they're going to Brooklyn.
Honestly, yeah, I think I would expect them to move away from Brooklyn after this year. And I wouldn't be shocked if they chose a baseball field again because that's what they're doing with the Rumble.
I was about to mention that I fucking love the fact that they're going because I was talking to my friend. I was talking to him about WrestleMania 19, and I was like, dude, I really hope they go back to a baseball stadium because that was so cool for Mania.
Hmm.
And he was like, yeah, but like what baseball stadiums would there be? And we try to like think of some, and we're like, yeah, it's really not many. But I feel like, and they're not big enough too. That's that was what the main thing that we brought up. Like they're not big enough. Like most of them fit
Hmm.
like 40,000 at max. You know, so
Yeah.
like it's not enough for a Mania, but for a Rumble, hell yeah. Or a SummerSlam, hell yeah. So I'm so
Especially
happy.
after the Alamo Dome too. That went over really well with the Rumble, in my opinion. I thought it was a great.
Yeah, I was really kind of like I think it's awesome, and I hope that they continue it with the Rumble because
Mhm.
the Rumble's like pretty much the second biggest show of the year. Some people can argue SummerSlam, but I think it's Rumble.
It's up there. It's definitely arguable for sure.
Yeah, and like the fact that they did it with the Alamo Dome the next year, like this year, I was like, damn, they kind of downplayed the Rumble a bit, going back to a regular arena. But now
Hmm.
they're gonna be in a baseball stadium, and this baseball stadium has a swimming pool in the outfield.
Yeah, this baseball stadium's kind of lit,
Dude, it's
actually.
fucking lit as shit, dude. They have a fucking swimming pool. Like, dude, somebody can go swimming while watching wrestling. Like, come on.
I don't understand how this is going to go down, but I'm very excited to see just the look of it. Because again, I do agree with you on the WrestleMania 19 one. I loved that venue. I
Yeah,
really did.
I loved it too. I've been there in that baseball stadium, and it's such a cool stadium. So,
Yeah,
but
they're being updated, dude. Really.
yeah, yeah. But anyways, so that's a thing.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of a couple other things maybe before we talk about the fucking takeover. Oh, I know something we can talk about. New Japan Pro Wrestling. What do you what first off, Wrestle Kingdom.
Gosh darn, we're so behind.
We are. But
Oh
what
my gosh.
but quickly, what did you think?
Which one? I feel like we didn't even talk about 11 at this point.
No, we did. We did.
I feel like we didn't even talk about that.
We're not that far behind. We're like 8 months behind. No,
What
just
was it? It
less.
was Okada and Naito and right
Jericho and
Omega.
yeah.
Hmm.
I
Oh yeah, Tanahashi and White. Okay, I got you. It's coming back to me now. I mean, I thought it was okay.
yeah.
I thought it was okay.
I think the best match on the show was the Fatal 4-Way Junior match.
That was up there. I enjoyed Omega and Jericho for the spectacle that it was. I think that's probably why I pegged it as one of my favorites on the night.
Mm-hmm.
And it was different too. You're not going to see a lot of no disqualification matches in New Japan, so that was something that I really
Yeah.
appreciated.
Well, I feel like every match is like a no disqualification match.
Fair, that is fair, but
Like I mean, like the fucking Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks, they use a table, and at no
yeah,
point before the match that they say that it was no disqualification.
just a lot of leniency. That's all. It's nothing too crazy, I guess. But hey, how about that?
How about that? But anyways, no, yeah, I thought it was a good show. But I do want to talk about Takeover Philadelphia.
Hmm. Yes.
Um, First off, I thought the show overall was okay till the last two matches happened. I was really watching the show and I was like, this is okay. So
I
good.
agree.
And then
Because there's such a high standard for takeovers now. That it's
yeah, but I'm like, okay, these last two matches have to be great, so it's probably gonna make up for the show. And my God, were they! First off, everyone loves Gargano and Almas, and I do too. I think it's one of the best matches, and it's the best match in NXT history, one of the best matches in WWE in the past couple of years. But Adam Cole and Aleister Black was so much fun.
it deserved a lot of credit.
It
It
deserves
really
a
does.
lot of credit, and it gets overlooked because Gargano and Almas, and that makes
Yeah.
sense. But
Mhm.
it was so good.
It was good. It was pretty good. Adam Cole hasn't missed either since he's been
No,
here, by the way.
Adam Cole's a beast. Adam
And
Cole.
we'll have to talk about that tonight because he has a busy night ahead of him. But yeah.
Yeah, he does. Also, we didn't even talk. I mean, we don't need to talk about it. But I just want to mention real quickly War Games
Yeah, I
of
was about to
last
say.
year. That was a hell of a match. Everyone fucking killed himself. I forget that one of the guys from Sanity, like he went through the table and like he cracked open the back of his head.
Alexander Wolf. Yeah.
Alexander Wolf, that's his name. Yes.
Hmm.
But yeah, that match was great. And but Adam Cole and Aleister Black, it gets a little bit overlooked,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
it was a great match. That's all I'm saying. A really great match. But Gargano and Almas.
Yes. Yes.
You want to talk about a match that basically does everything it needs to and more. That's right. That's the match right there.
Hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
match.
The chemistry off the charts for those two. Really.
Yeah. Even their match last year's takeover, which you were there for,
Yeah.
was great.
Open the show.
Open the
Lost my
show.
mind on that too.
Yeah, yeah. It was still great, and they still
Oh,
killed
so
it.
good. They had a match on TV. They had two TV matches and all of them were good. But yeah, that Philadelphia match was insane.
Yeah.
That was incredible. It's one of my favorite matches of all time, honestly.
Honestly, I can't disagree. I cannot disagree. But that's that.
I have a lot of oddball favorite matches of all time, but that's one of them that I feel, as recent as it is, not a lot of people are going to say it's a favorite match of all time, but that's one of them for me, for sure.
Yeah, it's I can't say a favorite of all time, but like maybe in a year I'll be like, yeah, that was one of my favorite matches of all time. It's just so good. The storytelling was so good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just off the fucking chain. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to what we're here to talk about today.
Yes.
Two shows.
Yes.
Two shows specifically.
Yes.
We have NXT TakeOver New Orleans, which is happening tonight.
Yes.
Tonight. And then WrestleMania 34.
My gosh.
Can you believe it's already WrestleMania week?
Yes, because I've been waiting so gosh darn long for this. I've been waiting so long.
Oh my gosh. Well, first off, we're going to talk about TakeOver. I'm just going to say this on paper right now. On paper, this should be the best TakeOver show of all time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. I agreed.
Like,
I agree. I know I'm stepping over ahead, but I actually believe that for WrestleMania too.
Yeah. No, like on paper, it should be. But you worry because, WWE doesn't really have a good track record of of doing these types of long shows. So
Yeah.
yeah. It's facts.
Yeah.
Jesus, hold on, ads are popping up. Okay, so let's start off with NXT Takeover, and I'm personally going to start off. I know I'm kind of going out of order. All these are title matches, by the way. Well, actually, besides one, but I'm going to start off with what I think is the weakest match on the show. For the NXT Women's Championship, Ember Moon versus I can't pronounce her name.
Shayna
Baszler.
There you go.
See, I really don't watch I'll be honest. Don't really watch NXT besides takeovers, to be honest with you.
That's fair as well. I haven't been doing that myself. I've been keeping up with the spoilers, and that's probably why I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But they've been crazy spoilers lately. They've been crazy, my guy.
Yeah, they have been. But okay, so who do you think is going to win this match?
I don't know, honestly. I personally want to go with Shayna. I don't have a good track record with predictions in the first place. I don't know why we're doing this, but I kind of want to go with Shayna because I don't want to see. Well, I don't think I would see Shayna lose 2 matches in a row to Ember on Takeover if they're trying to build her up as a persona that's like untouchable. So I personally think it could be Shayna who takes the title. Really?
I think it's Zimmerman. But I think this will probably be the worst match on the show,
Yeah.
which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's because the other 4 are like insane.
Insane.
The other 4 are ridiculous.
Yeah. No, this card is insane. It's like what's crazy about it is this is like the biggest takeover event going on. And the same time this is going on, the biggest ROH event like of all time with like one of the biggest matches in ROH history.
Yeah.
It's happening at the exact same time. And I thought it was last night. And I was so excited.
No.
But no. Let's go against Takeover because that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, they always do that. It's the worst.
Well,
I hate that for the people who have to travel and do that because that's just it's terrible. But yeah.
Because last year we were even thinking about going on Mania to ROH. But it was in fucking Lakeland, Florida, which is like an hour away, and we don't have a car.
You know what the crazy thing is, though? Don't ROH do their pay-per-views usually on Fridays anyway?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like a respect thing over the Hall of Fame. I don't know, but like,
well, the thing is, last year they did their biggest. They've done their biggest business against Takeover. Like last year, they did the biggest buy rate, biggest
probably because they know they got to stack their cards up like crazy.
Yeah, but they did the biggest. They made the most amount of money going against Takeover. Mm-hmm. So I guess they're just not going to change it. I don't fucking know.
Sigh. I don't know.
But anyways.
I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, Reno, because I really want to watch that show, but.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Honestly, I saw the card too. Not that hype about it because I have to compare it to Takeover. If I didn't have to compare it to that, then I'd probably be hype.
Yeah.
Briscoes versus Tanahashi and Lethal sound really cool as well.
Yeah.
But
Skrull versus why can't I think of his name? Dalton Castle.
Yeah.
Should be fine. I don't know. Dalton Castle never doesn't really have like great matches.
He does. I am happy about the fact that he has a title right now, though. I will say that.
I forget that he has a title, so.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with ROH when everything else is going like crazy, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also, I don't really trust ROH's pay-per-view endings as well, because they haven't been ending too well for the past few, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't even really watch ROH. I hardly keep up.
But yeah.
Well, anyways,
Back over to Takeover.
We have what I think is probably going to be the second worst match in the show. And again, I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying that as, what I think might happen. And again, obviously everything can change. But Undisputed Era are defending their NXT Tag Team titles against Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
What you think of this match there, Bobby TR Boy?
I think it's going to be freaking awesome. Again, like we said, I am also on the same boat with you that I haven't seen NXT that much. But at the same time, the fact that Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong are a team is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about the tag team division as a whole as well. I feel like there's some good teams on there. And I also feel like the Dusty Rhodes Classic, because this is how this led up to the match tonight. I feel like the Dusty Rhodes Classic also has a lot of oddball teams that just kind of come together and work together anyway.
Well, that happened last year too. Like I think they had like Cedric Alexander and like Almas.
Were they supposed to do like I feel like they were supposed to do Ibushi and Kenta as well. Were they supposed to do that too?
I think so.
My gosh. But then I think Hideo Itami got hurt.
Yeah. And they had Ibushi and someone else, I think.
I think it was TJ.
I'm
pretty sure it was TJ.
Yeah, and they lost in the first round or something like that.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's just, I'm very excited for this match. I'm very impressed by the fact that AOP is still in the tag division, honestly. I feel like they would have moved up at Royal Rumble, if I'm being honest, too.
Yeah, but I don't think that they're ready.
I think they are because they don't really have to do anything too crazy. I think either
I just
Raw
don't
or
think.
SmackDown can take them too.
Let me take that back. I don't think that they're going to be used well on the main roster.
Okay, I see.
I don't know.
I see.
To win this match though, I think it's gonna be Undisputed Era. Unless they want to give it to Pete Strong, Roderick Strong.
It's fair. Pete Strong is fair.
Pete Strong. No, if they want to, if they want to give it to them, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just give them the titles, let them do some stuff. I think Roderick is, moving up to 205. That's something we got to talk about when we get to the main show, and how I'm pissed off that it's on the pre-show.
Well, we're gonna lose our minds on that one. Trust me.
Minds. But I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to them. But my guess is that Undisputed Era keeps the titles, and then AOP moves up. Honestly, I think they might move up on either Monday or Tuesday. And then Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne does his thing. Which, by the way, can we talk about how weird this UK title is? Like, the way that they defend it and, like, the way that they're using the UK guys.
Yeah. There's not a lot of time you can really devote to it on NXT, and it's going to get even worse with this North American Championship. But they are trying a little bit. I think the King of the Ring will change that, too.
Well, and also
they kind of did something on that with the XS as well, but it's not on network, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're doing like a title tournament, playing Majiggy. And then the winner tonight of the North American title has to defend it tomorrow morning on Access at like 8 a.m.
So, like, knowing the people that are in this match, and then we can segue into this. I'm going to say that I agree that Cole and O'Reilly retain as well. Cole. I do agree with you on that.
You mean
Fish?
Cole
is going to be in there. No, Fish
he
is
has injured. 2 matches? Oh, that's right.
Cole
Fish
is going to be
injured.
Yeah, so Cole is going to be taking his place. Regal on NXT was telling Cole, because Cole and O'Reilly were totally in cahoots with this one. They knew what was going on. That Cole would have to defend twice. So Regal is like, you can either abandon O'Reilly and you can leave him in the match by himself for the tag titles. You can take your place out of the NXT North American Championship match and join O'Reilly, or you can do both at the same time. And that's where Cole was going to do both. So Cole is going to be in the tag title match and in the ladder match.
That's awesome.
And, yeah.
I mean, terrible for him, because if he wins the North American title, he has to defend it the next fucking morning.
Yeah.
At 8 a.m.
Yeah. And with that said, this ladder match with the people that are in it, I don't trust anyone to healthily defend this title tomorrow.
Well, first off, let me segue. So the NXT is bringing up they have created a new title, the NXT North American Championship. Title looks dope as fuck.
It does.
Between Adam Cole, which will be a second match of the night, versus Velveteen Dream, versus Killian Dane, versus Lars Sullivan, versus Ricochet, which, holy shit, we didn't even talk about the fact that he's in WWE, and this guy, EC3.
Yep.
Pretty fucking awesome. Pretty crazy. But this match is going to be fucking insane to the membrane. These guys, especially with Ricochet in there, which is going to do some dumbass shit. These guys, and I mean, Adam Cole's fucking crazy. Velveteen Dream will get persuaded. Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan will as well, and EC3 will just fucking be a beast.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified for every single one of these people.
But I think Velveteen Dream's going to win. Wouldn't be surprised.
If there's a person that I think needs to win the most, it is Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
I would say so. And I think he would deserve it the most. I don't know if he will win, though.
To me, it's
part of me does want to have a heel win. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, to me, it's either him or, like, Ricochet or EC3. I don't know. You seriously could give it to any of these guys. Besides, I think, Lars Sullivan.
I think you could give it to Lars if you wanted to give him like that run of completely taking down people. I don't think he's going to win. I think he's going to be in there to have a collision course with Killian. And I think that's what's going to even heighten this match even more. I have no clue who's winning this. Part of me, honestly, wanted to say Cole's going to win this too. I'm not even kidding.
I think Cole's going to the main roster, so I'm not even concerned about
No,
Cole.
I think it's too soon. I think it's too soon.
I feel like he's gonna go. He's definitely gonna go like this time or whenever the next. So I guess the next one would be SummerSlam, where they're all when they have 3 shows
Hmm.
in the same place. It's one of
So you
those
think so you think Cole and O'Reilly are retaining, but you also have Cole moving up after this wave too.
Shut up. I didn't even think about that
Yeah.
because I fucking forgot that. Well, how long is Fish out?
I don't know. I was thinking that too. I was like, if you have Cole win, you kind of have to have him defend both of these. So I think Fish is out. I want to say a few months. I want to say, but I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. If it's a few weeks, I could see Cole winning, and they could just kind of run roughshod on NXT.
Yeah.
Let's see. You talk while I figure this out.
Well, I think literally anyone has a shot besides Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan. I just don't see them winning. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I think Adam Cole, whether or not he goes up, I think he is soon. So I wouldn't necessarily put the title on him. Velveteen Dream, you can definitely put the title on. Ricochet and EC3, hell yeah, you can definitely put the title on them. So there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of a lot of people that can win this. I hope, and I'm gonna put a prediction: Velveteen Dream wins. I didn't really think his match last takeover with why can't I think of his name? Oh no, which by the way has been criminally underused in NXT.
Who?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people in there that are criminally going to lose, and it's going to be that way forever.
But
I feel
he's one that just fuck me.
Yeah, it's a shame. Also, I do have the update. It's going to be 6 months for Bobby Fish.
Really?
6 months.
What,
yeah.
Was he
so
ACL?
Yeah, I think it was ACL and MCL if I remember correctly.
Well then shit. That might change my prediction on the tag team match.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who you would have win that though. I don't think you would have Authors of Pain if they're moving up, and I don't know if you would have Strong and Dunn win that. I mean, you could, but I don't think. I think there's teams that are better suited because they're going to be rooted into NXT for a little longer. I would love to see Street Profits win.
Or TM61.
Yeah, TM61 as well. I think TM61 is probably more likely because of their story.
Yeah. It was so sad when he got injured last year, though. I can't remember the guy. They were just kind of getting some momentum, and then, but bam.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's just I don't know. It's hard because again, like I just think that Cole and O'Reilly will win for the time being, and they'll pass it off in the next one. I have no clue about this ladder match though.
It can be so many people. I'm gonna pick Velveteen Dream because like his match against Aleister Black made him a star.
Mm-hmm.
Like it made him a star for life.
But you also have 2 debuting stars in this match too, with Ricochet and EC3.
Exactly. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad about Ricochet winning or EC3. I wouldn't be mad really about like anyone in this match winning besides like Lars Sullivan, who can go fuck himself. I'm not a fan of Lars.
I'd really be interested in an EC3 versus Velveteen Dream feud.
Yeah.
That would be charismatic as AF.
We'll see. It's
I can't talk.
Funny. Last year, I went to a takeover house show where literally nobody was there. It was fucking emptier than a Browns game. But I went to it, and Lars Sullivan was there. He was terrible. And so was Velveteen Dream was there, and he was bad. And now to see them both in this match, and one being really great, and one, I don't know. I really don't watch NXT now, so I don't know how Lars Sullivan has come lately. But
he's got a great entrance. I love the way they shoot his entrance.
I don't even know his entrance, so
it's crazy.
So yeah. But anyways, I think we should move on from this match because we've talked a lot about it, and we still really don't know who we think is going to win. So, but I'm going to pick Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, I will too. I think if anyone, it would be either him or EC3, who has a gosh darn dope theme again, by the way.
EC3?
Yeah, it's on all of your streaming devices and services. Go find it.
Oh, well, I'll hear tonight, shall we?
Yes, you will.
So, we're going to move on to, I think, the match that everyone is looking forward to this weekend. It's been a match that's been building up for almost a year now.
Oh,
I don't know if it's going to go on last. That's my thing.
it could.
It could
I think it
seriously
could.
go on last, and it might has a chance, and I wouldn't be mad about it if it went on last. But for the sake of this, we'll just talk about it now. Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa for the I almost said for the unsanctioned championship, but it's just an unsanctioned match. If Gargano wins, he gets reinstated back into the NXT, which is why I think Ciampa's gonna win.
That's freaking insane. I think I can't say that. I can't. I got to do it with I got to do Gargano on that one because it's been such a long time coming for Gargano to get this spot back. He hasn't been winning any of his matches either, by the way. Like, we had to deal with that comeback story with the Almas match, and he didn't win that. And then we had to deal with it again when he lost his career. So he's been on a wild losing streak
And it's
because
gonna continue.
of Ciampa. No, it can't. It's got to be Gargano winning this. He has to get his spot back. He has to.
I think you have Ciampa win, and then finally Gargano gets his big victory later.
Gargano, his job is on the line. How is he supposed to win and how is he supposed to lose and not get his job back?
Go to the main roster?
No.
Yeah.
That's the wild long time. No, you can't do that. No. I can't get you that. I can't.
But either way, this match is going to be fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
There's no way it can't be. The last time they had a match, they've had a match at PWG before, which was solid, and then they had that the cruiserweight why can't I think of the fucking name? Cruiserweight, tournament,
Classic.
whatever, classic. There we go.
Which was the match of the tournament, in my opinion.
Ooh, debatable.
It is because there were amazing matches on the show.
It was only
I think,
10 minutes, and it was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was monumental.
I wouldn't say it was the best match of the tournament, but it was up there.
That and Ibushi Alexander is another obvious one. But yeah, this is low key, not even low key actually. This is not even kidding. And I know a lot of people may not agree with this. This is my match of the weekend. Over Styles and Nakamura. I'm saying that blatantly.
Yeah.
It genuinely is.
I agree.
I could not be more excited for this match. It's just I can't possibly imagine how far these two are going to go to tell a story to try and top the match at Philadelphia, because I feel like that's on their minds too. To try and top WrestleMania in general, because I feel like that's on their minds.
I don't think WrestleMania is going to top this show, and yet WrestleMania has one of the better cards that they've had in a while.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be really, really hard. But this match is going to be just legendary. I don't know how this match is going to go, but I feel like it's going to be a 5-star match. In my honest opinion, I don't even have to talk about it or Meltzer or anything like that, but it's just, that match is going to be incredible.
See, my thing is, I would think the same thing for Nakamura and AJ, but I worry that with the show being fucking 16 hours that the crowd's not going to give a fuck, and it's just going to ruin
Depends on where
the
they put it. It depends on where they put it, because you have to worry about the match order for that entire card. Like, everything on there is going to be ridiculous. You have to figure out how you're going to put that on the card. And you're not going to do that on as your last match. You're just not. It's not happening.
What, Nakamura?
Because
and AJ?
I know they're not going to do it.
Nakamura and AJ?
Yeah, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, there's no way. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But for this match, like I said, I think I don't know, for storyline purposes, I would think Ciampa's going to win. Honestly, I would love it if Ciampa won, but it would make sense if Gargano won. I just feel like Gargano's that guy that you want him to win, but it's better when he loses. It's kind of like
happening for so long though.
But imagine if it continues.
I don't know how do you top that? Like, I don't understand. No. Because I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible for Gargano to get his job back if he loses. That's the thing.
Especially since it's an unsanctioned match. But anyways.
Well, like, yeah, he's going to have to go to the main roster because it says explicitly he's going to be banished from the NXT forever. So,
And they can continue the feud up there with a championship.
but I don't think it's going to happen. I can't see that happening because it would take so much longer for it to happen, and you can't really build towards that without Ciampa going up there with him, like immediately after.
Ciampa can follow him up to the main roster. First off, these guys need to be on the main roster. I was actually kind of mad last year when he turned on him for the simple fact that I really wanted these two to be a tag team on the main roster.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I was thinking that they would have moved up and done that if so, but I'm also completely not frustrated with this as well because this is seriously the hypest I've ever been for a match in a very long time.
What do you think's the best takeover current, before tonight? If it, in this we haven't even seen it. And I'm already saying it's going to be the best takeover. But even if it's not, what do you think's been the best takeover?
War Games? Because War Games had Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream.
Fuck that.
It had the War Games match, and it had I'm trying to think of what the other two or the three matches were, but
they had
because I think War Games had like a really
Black.
I think it had it had a Almas and McIntyre, which wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It was a good match.
Yeah, I thought it was good. And it had kind of that shock value to it too.
It had the 4-way women's one. And then
that's what that was. Yeah.
Lars and Ono, which they fucked Ono so hard.
I mean, you had to build Lars too, but
mine is Chicago.
Because Chicago was Rude and
Tommy.
Hideo.
Rude and Tommy, which was great. They both sold fucking body parts like I've never like they actually sold it. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, which was fucking incredible. And then you had the triple threat ladder match,
or just DIY and AOP.
Sorry, just not triple threat. What did I say? DIY and AOP.
I'm trying to remember what the undercard was for Chicago though. Oh, Chicago was Chicago the one with the opening tag match? It was like Sanity versus like Ruby Riott and Cassius Ohno or was that Florida? Orlando.
Those were Orlando. Let me look up the card real quick.
Let's look up all of them at this point because I want to know like exactly which one is the best.
Chicago 2018. Wait a minute, are they coming back? NXT Takeover Chicago.
Yeah, they're coming back for
okay.
Money in the Bank weekend. Yeah,
I see. Oh, Money in the Bank's gonna be in Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened last time. Okay, so the first match was for TakeOver Chicago was Strong versus Eric Young. And then it was Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. Asuka defeated Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott, which I don't remember that match. But I remember Roderick Strong and Aaron Young was good for an opener. And then Bobby Roode and Hideo Itami was fantastic. Others of pain. Like you had three. I would consider Dunne and Bate a 5-star match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then you had two others, which I would go Bobby Roode and Hideo 4 and like a 4th, like 2, and then the other one 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's 3, 4+ star matches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think that's fair.
To me, it's great. War Games though does have a shot. War Games was fantastic. There's not been one bad takeover.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, there's been like last takeover, which was really okay until the last 2 matches. It was still a fun show, and the thing is, even though like the other matches were whatever, the last 2 matches were great, and the show's only like what 2.5, not even 3 hours. Tonight's show might go 3. Tonight's show might.
I think it could. It could. I think it could.
Tonight's show probably will go 3.
I think I'm thinking of another couple of takeovers because I think out of nowhere Dallas just came to mind.
Yeah, Dallas. Fuck.
Dallas was okay with Alpha and
Alpha Revival.
Revival.
I know. It was Corbin and Aries, which was the worst match in the show, but it was still like good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was my favorite takeover up until Chicago.
With Nakamura
Zayn, Asuka Bailey, which was good, and then
it was a big moment that night.
Yeah, and then you had Balor and Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's fucking calling me? Hold on, my mom's calling me.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer this on stuff.
Oh
Mother,
boy.
Yes.
I'm doing a podcast.
Hi.
No, don't say bye. What's up?
I just saw that you texted me like an hour ago, so.
Oh, I just said hi.
Do you need any food or anything?
No, not yet. Can you give me some money?
Yeah, just let me know.
Okay, bye. She saw a text I texted her hi an hour ago.
Yes.
So then now she calls. Anyways, what were we talking about? Takeovers.
Yeah, I think we got that conversation sorted.
We got that. All right, so we're gonna move on to the main event.
Yes.
Aleister Black versus Almas, which is gonna be great again. Have these two faced before? I feel like they have.
Yes, on a takeover before.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Orlando last year.
Yep.
But that was kind of when Almas was a job. And I even thought that match was good then, but it wasn't, blow away or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
It only went 10 minutes.
Yeah, this one's going to go longer than that. And
I think both these guys have gotten more comfortable in NXT since as well.
I fucking love Almas so much, man. Almas is so great. Oh my god, he's literally probably my favorite wrestler right now.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Well,
no, I wouldn't agree. I would agree that he's a great character since though.
He's definitely in the top five. Top five. Loki,
I think is Gargano for me. That's my favorite, but yeah.
Yeah, Rollins has really I've always loved Rollins, but lately I don't know what it is. He's a workhorse.
Mm-hmm.
He's
amazing.
He's amazing. But yeah. I think Almas is gonna win.
I think you could get a lot of opponents for either guy. Whoever wins. Aleister is still undefeated at the moment.
Oh my god, that's right, he is.
I don't think you have him lose here. I think this is a good time to take the title off of Almas. You don't really get a lot of long title reigns in NXT. So I think the one that he's had has been impressive.
But it has to be longer.
I don't think it does.
If he's, I would only suggest that, if you're going to take the title off him, at least call him up. Don't have him just be in there in NXT.
You can, because you had him in the Rumble.
That's
you had him in the Rumble.
He did, and he had Cole in the Rumble, which is why, I would just,
we had Ember in the Rumble, too.
I would just, yeah, you have Ember in the Rumble, too.
And you also have NXT people in the Women's Battle Royal as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they only really do that even for the Rumble because they don't have enough fucking women.
True.
#facts. But but I think Almas is going to win because I don't see them bring him up yet, and I think I think he's just a good champion. I don't think they want to take it off him just yet. But then again, I could be wrong, and I'm not even going to be mad if Black wins because Aleister Black is fucking awesome. His entrance.
I think you have. I'm excited for this one tonight too. Yeah. By the way.
Oh yeah, of course.
I can only imagine how they're going to do it for the NXT title one.
Yeah. Oh.
In New Orleans, by the way.
Woo!
Have you seen the theme for all of the posters and all the graphics for New Orleans as well?
Yes.
It's basically like a graveyard.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I feel like they could play with that tonight as well.
Oh yeah,
which I would
that's
love.
right, because fucking New Orleans is a graveyard city. Anyways.
Mm-hmm. So we differ again, I guess. I have Gargano, you have Ciampa. I have Black, you have Almas.
I'm taking all the heels. You're taking all the faces. I'm a heel boy.
But no, I took Cole and O'Reilly as well. I took Shayna too.
Okay, well there you go. But but no, we've really differed on pretty much every match besides the opening one, besides the tag.
No, besides the ladder match actually, because we both picked Velveteen.
Oh yeah, never mind.
I guess we we both agree that it's going to be Cole and O'Reilly then in the second title.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we agree then.
Although hearing the Fish is gonna be out for a while, that kind of changes my mind. It could change my mind a bit.
Mm.
And it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they had done in a strong win. But I'll pick Undisputed Era. But
Because this is technically for the Dusty Rhodes Classic title as well.
yeah.
So Austin's fans have already won it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if Pete Dunne.
Wouldn't be
or
shocked
someone.
if they gave it to him twice, because you know how many times do people win something twice in NXT unless you're Samoa Joe and Nakamura.
Or Revival.
Or who?
Revival.
Oh yes. Oh, they said Rebel. I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
sounded weird on that one. But
I
still,
forget.
yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, but with this match, I think Almas is gonna win. I think he's gonna keep that title because I don't see him bringing him up just yet. Even though I'd love that, but I think they're gonna have the title on him until maybe win in some dirty, sly fashion, and then I think he's gonna lose at Chicago.
To
It's a hell of a question. Hell of a question. I don't know.
Because I do think you have a lot of faces compared to heels right now. I wouldn't be shocked if Cole and O'Reilly lost and you had Cole go after Black, since they kind of had a feud before this as well.
And have them face again at a takeover, which would be great because their last match was great.
Yeah.
But I feel like they kind of ended their feud, so.
Possibly. I feel like there's still something there. And like, again, they had a fantastic match.
Indeed.
Kind of thought the same thing with Almas and Gargano too. And that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But on the same side, you could just hotshot EC3 up as well to Almas.
They could, yeah.
McIntyre's back. He's coming back. He's ready.
They might have McIntyre because he did, you know, he did lose the title, but he still has a rematch clause. Unless they don't do rematch clauses down there in fucking Takeover land.
Oh, no, they do. They do. Remember all the times we had to suffer through Joe and Balor and Joe and Nakamura and Bobby Roode and Nakamura?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rematch clauses in. Trust me.
But anyways, so you got Black, and I have Almas.
I don't know if I have Black, honestly, after that. Because, yeah, I think there's a lot more opponents for Almas compared to Black, but I also don't know about Black's undefeated streak. I don't know if you end it with this one, so.
I feel like you can end it with Almas. I don't know. That'd
be one heck of a way to put over Almas, though, if you had him beat Black.
Yeah. Almas.
I think he would be in the top few NXT champions we've had if he does beat Black.
I think he's already there, but
I think he is by wrestling ability, but I don't know if he is just as kind of a name and as kind of an attraction. Because you've had a lot of crazy names for the NXT title.
That's true. These are hashtag facts.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Very excited for the show, though. Insanely.
I'm excited, too. But anyways, we're going to move on.
Yes.
We just talked about TakeOver.
Mm-hmm.
It's tonight. It's fucking tonight.
So excited.
Tonight! But we have a bigger show to talk about.
Do we? Is it bigger?
I think I think it's bigger. It's definitely bigger in fucking length.
Yes.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
We have WrestleMania 34, boys. So we talked about this before the show, but they revealed the set, revealed the stage, and we both like it.
Yes, definitely.
It's smaller, but I like it.
A little bit.
A little bit smaller, but I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited for the show.
I am too. I am as well.
On paper, this is one of the best WrestleMania cards in recent years. But the problem is, WWE does not know how to do long shows well. AKA the Hall of Fame last night. And the problem, when they do these fucking long shows, people just get bored. The fans just get bored. It's not like Wrestle Kingdom where everyone gets more into it as the show goes along. When the show goes along, the crowd doesn't care. Trust me, I was there live last year.
Yeah.
And they don't really do a good job of putting the best matches on when the crowd is getting bored.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's really hard.
Yeah. So I'm worried about that. But I'm still excited, just because of the talent involved.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's going to be... I'm very excited to see how they ordered this match card. Very excited, because it's impossible to do it correctly, I think. But there's a lot to really look forward to. I honestly, out of it's like 14 matches, I think, and potentially 15 if we're talking about it really, I think the only match I'm not excited for is the Fatal 4-Way for the US title.
Yeah, the only two that I'm not looking forward to and will think probably won't be really that great of matches. I'm not including the Battle Royals.
I know what you're going to say too. I already know.
Which one?
You're going to say Alexa and Nia.
No.
Really?
No. The mixed tag.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Just kind of. I mean, but like even then, like I think that's like probably the weakest match on the show as far as wrestling wise. But it's still Triple H and Kurt. Like.
Well, while we're here too, since we're not talking about the card just yet, and we're going to get into the Cruiserweight title, I'm sure. So we're going to go backwards a little bit. What match on this card are you going to main event the show with?
Ooh, well, see, it depends how they do it. I think it's Roman and Brock. They're going to main event.
Low key, I think it's going to be a mixed match. I think it's going to be a mixed match.
All right, I'm done. Bye.
See, you got to look at it too. You have to look at this, okay? You have to look at the fact that they've really been promoting this match like crazy.
I don't think it's going to main event though. There's no way that it main events. Even with Ronda, that's such a big attraction thing that they're going to put it in the middle. I don't even think they're dumb enough to put it in the main event.
I don't think it's a dumb move. I think it's
a dumb move.
Really smart on their part because they know how many eyes are going to be on that Ronda Rousey match. And I think that's the only reason why it's going to main event. I wouldn't be shocked if they did it. I wouldn't be shocked if they did it because of the Women's Revolution and the fact that they're going to include everyone into this. I think it's a big deal as well because that's one of the things that they haven't done is that they main evented WrestleMania with women, which would be very, very impressive as well.
Okay.
So I think that's another reason why they would do it.
But the thing is, you can't just do that just to do that. You can have...
I know, but that's one of the reasons I feel like they're thinking about it. I wouldn't be shocked if they did it. I don't think they're going to do it for that reason, but I think that's one of the things that attracts them as well.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they are. I think that they're going to have... They've been building Roman and fucking Brock for literally... They've been building Roman for like the last 4 fucking years.
Well, he also won the WWE title in the main event 2 years ago.
Yes.
Not to mention that he very technically just ended the Undertaker's career last year too.
But now he's facing the guy that he's never beat, that nobody's really beat. This whole fucking past year, the reason why everyone has only been nobody can kick out of more than one F5 is so that when Roman gets hit with an F5, he's gonna kick out.
I think AJ kicked out of an F5, didn't he?
No, he did not.
I thought he did. Oh no, he didn't.
That was a good match.
No, he did. I feel like it was. That's one of the matches we didn't talk about. That was a great match. I'm so glad they didn't do Phil Hall and Lesnar.
And
that almost happened.
And what you could tell that Lesnar was really fucking trying out there.
Yeah.
Like he was going all out for that match.
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, I don't think it's gonna be that. I don't think that's gonna be a main event. I think it's gonna be Roman and Brock. I was gonna say Cena and Taker, but when I think about it, that's really fucking dumb because the match isn't even confirmed, and it would just be kind of hilarious. Like after the championship match, Cena comes out and be like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming out to there." Whoa, gong.
Are we in agreement that match is going to happen too? Since we're not talking about that on the card, officially.
I think we should just talk about it now. Just get it over.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not necessarily on the card. So is that match going to happen? Yes or no?
It's going to happen. Cena's going to.
I think so too.
Cena's going to come out and be like, "One last time, Taker. Where are you?" Gong. And if not, honestly, I would love it if it didn't happen. And like someone else just came out and wrestled, like Samoa Joe or something.
Nothing would make me more angrier than that, but I feel like they could totally do that, obviously, because it wasn't like advertised. But at the same time, like I've seen the posters, the official ones for Mania, and they actually have Will the Undertaker answer John Cena's challenge on the poster for WrestleMania 34, like the official match card poster. So I think it's going to happen based on that. Outside of that, I wouldn't even know, and that's one of the reasons why I'm really excited about this entire ordeal because it's been different. It's been very different. It's been one thing I haven't really excited.
I wish it never happened in the first place because I wanted to say that I was there for Taker's last match,
That's true. Fair.
but also
That's fair.
I just think that like he hanged up he hung it up so well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like for me, I don't know if I don't think I'm on the record for saying this anywhere. But one of the things I really wanted to have happen for this match was I wanted career versus career. If it was going to happen, I feel like that would have been the best way to do it. And I think if it did happen, it would have been main event. And that's the one thing that's stopping me from putting it over anything else.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been a match that would have been worthy. And I think it would have been pumped or would have pumped a lot of excitement into that match too. Even though right now, honestly, I feel like that's the most over match that could have been on that card.
Well, see, I think their idea is like Taker's going to get the biggest pop of the night coming out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that started the show. Like Cena just kind of came out to start the show. Wouldn't surprise me. I think Brian, Shane, and Kevin and Sammy are going to start the show. Honestly.
I don't know. I think, yeah, you could. I think you could. You could easily start it with the triple tag match as well. I don't want them to. I want that to be later.
I'm so happy that the Usos are finally on the main show, dude.
Yeah, we have to talk about that too. The fact that they're on the main show
we'll talk
for
about that
the first time here.
Yeah,
we can talk about that too because we're not talking about the card at all. But that and the fact that the Cruiserweight title was on the pre-show kind of sucks.
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about the Cruiserweight.
Yeah, exactly.
Because 205 Live has literally been the best thing going on WWE in the past month. And I was there live. I want to mention I was there for Roderick Strong and Hideo Itami match. I forget what week that was. Sometime in November. But I was there live. And for SmackDown, I was there. And the match was fucking awesome. And I was getting into it. I was trying to start chants. But nobody would say shit.
Yeah.
It was
exactly how I felt in the second row at TakeOver.
It was just...
No one in that front section wanted to do anything. It sucked.
It was terrible. It was fucking awful. Nobody wanted to do anything. This fucking kid next to me, like, we were talking to him. He's like 8, and he knew like as much about wrestling as we did. Like, he knew about New Japan. I was like, holy shit, this guy's cool. But he was trying to start chants, and like normally people will do stuff with kids. Nah, dog. Nothing happened.
That's my favorite thing to do at a live show is to mess with kids. That's the best.
This kid was cool. We were talking to him like he was a fucking like grown ass adult about New Japan.
It's crazy.
It was
so crazy.
It was lit. But like and then they were killing each other out there. And like this past week, Buddy Murphy versus Kalisto was fantastic. The crowd
Shout out to Buddy Murphy, by the way.
Dude, Buddy Murphy's one of my favorite wrestlers now.
How in the world did he go from what he was to here?
He was misused in fucking NXT, I guess. And he even said it. He even said that he felt like he was misused in NXT.
Gosh darn, man.
But his finisher is dope as fuck. It's one of my favorite finishers.
Was it like a shark catcher? I think it's what it's called. Something like that.
Yes, it's
called. It's
called shark.
Like
catcher.
a modified version.
Yeah. I think it's called shark catcher. Yeah, it's great, and he is great. He is fucking great. And this whole 205 Live is great. They put on 4-star matches every single week. Like, literally every single week this past month, there's been a 4-star match on the show. But guess what? The crowd is shit. This past week, they're actually chanting 205. 205. This is awesome. Like, they were getting behind it. And you have the Cruiserweight Championship match. Because the whole idea about this whole tournament is to get people invested into 205 Live again. And yet you have the match, your big match to do this on the pre-show. And what sucks is it's listed right now as a third match on the pre-show, but it's probably going to go first like last year, which if it does, I'm going to be so pissed. It should go
I think you
last.
put it second because you have to split those battle royals.
Or you could just do 2 battle royals. I hope they do 2 battle royals in a Cruiserweight match.
No, they will. That's what the kickoff is. It's the women's one, the Andre one,
and
the Cruiserweight.
Like in that order.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, they should have that as the last one. It would be nice. Well, also, with that said, I think, don't they do like 1 hour is on USA and then the other hour is on the network specifically, and then they go into the show?
I feel like they did that 2 years ago, but I'm not sure. Last year, I mean, obviously I was there, so I have absolutely no clue.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, though.
It was weird. Last year, there was actually a lot of people in the stadium when the first match was going on.
Which is good.
Whereas, like 2 years ago, 32, when Ryback and Kalisto went out, nobody was there.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah. Well, that was also because of like the arena issues and security and stuff like that. Like they were screwing that up.
yeah.
And the same thing happened with SummerSlam too. Like getting the people in
Well,
was
supposedly the fucking Superdome is really hard to get people in. Like last year, people were saying when they went there in 30, people were just like cramming each other together, trying to get in. That it was hell.
people aren't patient, my guy.
No,
People are not patient.
no. We went in. It was so fucking like we parked and we parked on like last year. It was so funny. That stadium is shit. First off, let me just say that right now.
Yeah,
It is
the Camping World Stadium, I think it is.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it. But they call it the Citrus Bowl still, which thing?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Like they modified the Citrus Bowl like just now, and the Citrus Bowl itself was bad.
Yeah, no, that was bad. And then they modified it. They modified the inside of the stadium, and it looks nice on the inside. But the outside is so shit. Literally, right outside of it, people are. It's like it's not a parking lot. There's no parking lot. It's fields. It's a baseball like it's like a field, but like literally right outside of it is a baseball like field. And people are parking. People are parking on it, and we went down, and there was houses, and we parked on somebody's fucking lawn.
You gotta be kidding me!
No, dude, we parked on somebody's lawn.
How unfortunate do you have to be to live at that place?
Well, no,
next to the Camping World Stadium.
They
for that.
We it's like we paid them like $20 for parking. They're making some dough.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They had a huge lawn too. But yeah,
nice.
but no, yeah, like that's how people parked. It was fucking. It was cancer. It was literal cancer. It was awful. The parking there was terrible. So I assume it's better in New Orleans. But
because you're probably next to the you're next to Smoothie King. I'm pretty sure.
Is it right next to it? I think it is right next to it.
I feel like it is.
It's close.
Because the way that stadiums are supposed to work is that you're next to another pretty big stadium. Usually, that's what I thought. Like I imagine a lot of football stadiums are next to a lot of baseball stadiums.
Yeah, like here in KC, we have our Kansas City Chiefs, and they're right next to it. Literally right next to it. Literally right next to it is the Royals.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
But then again, it's like the farthest fucking out thing from anywhere. Like it's not even close to downtown. Like there's nothing around it.
That's funny.
But so yeah, I mean, I guess that's how that works. But anyways. But no, yeah, the parking's fucking terrible. But we got in really easily, and you could tell last year that there was obviously there wasn't like, everyone wasn't there. There was still a lot of empty seats, but there was still a lot of people in there. So
yeah,
hopefully, I hope that they do the same. But then again, it's not really their fault. It's how early people want to get into the arena. Like this year or last year, I should say, for SummerSlam. Remember that fucking the Miz came out. I'm sure.
No, yeah, again. Like, I was there, and I was in there when it was, like, dumb early, and the building was completely empty. It was insane. I felt so bad because it had, like... I feel like that was, like, technically Woken Matt's first kind of deal. Like, he was starting to bring back the Woken thing again.
Kind of, but it wasn't, like, official.
It wasn't official yet. It wasn't. It definitely wasn't. But he was kind of starting to tease with it again. And, like... It felt really bad for like just him in general, not having that audience, and he was the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah,
Miz.
No, that's
so that sucks.
The thing is, what I hate about it is they make them go out so early, and then they have 30 fucking minutes of them just talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like why? Why?
That's gonna happen here too, for sure. It is.
Anyways, their whole the way they do the kickoff system is bullshit. But anyways, let's just talk about WrestleMania, shall we? I'm excited. I know you're excited. We're all excited. Let's just kind of talk about it. Let's talk about the first ever women's battle royal. I have absolutely no idea who's going to win these battle royals, by the way, because I don't either. I really don't know who's in them. But fuck it. I don't know. I have no idea. Do you have anything to say about these matches? Let's just talk about both of these battle royals. Fuck it. Get them out of
That's
there.
fair. Because I don't know what they're doing with Bayley and Sasha. I feel like that could come into play. That could be a big storyline in the middle of it. I don't think either of them are going to win. With that said,
they're not doing a match.
Yeah, exactly. And they're both going to be in the battle royal, but I don't think that any of them are going to win. They probably will cost each other the match. Really. If I were a betting person, and if I were someone who wanted this to happen, my favorite would be Becky Lynch to win this. I don't think she's going to win, but I want her to win very badly, and the fact that I don't know who's going to win this makes me want to just put her as my prediction anyway.
I was hoping
So
it
I'm
was gonna
gonna.
be Becky and Charlotte before the Asuka thing came up. So
Yeah.
I hope it's Becky. I'm gonna actually bet. I don't know if I'm gonna predict Becky because I never like her to win. I don't know.
She came out looking really well on Tuesday. I will say that. Like they were doing that whole the Rumble kind of build up where you're putting people over the top rope. Yeah, she was kind of championing that, which is why I don't think she's gonna win because he kind of went over there. But
That's how they do. If you go over on Raw or SmackDown before the pay-per-view, you're gonna lose.
exactly. So, yeah, I would like for her to win. I would also like for Ruby Riott to win.
That's
I
what
loved her performance at wrestling.
I could see Ruby.
Yeah, so I'd love to see that too. So it's really between the two. I would have to pick Becky. I would love to see her be not only the first SmackDown Women's Champion, but the first woman to win this too. So that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Becky too. Fuck it.
Let's go
I really have no other better options to say. So.
You know what I just kind of came up with, by the way, just we were talking about the Battle Royals. I don't think this is going to happen. One thing I would love to have, since we know that Drew McIntyre is back, I would have him win the Andre Battle Royal.
Huh.
I don't think you need him to go back to NXT. I think he's definitely ready to be on the main roster. It would be one way to do it since you had Baron Corbin do it a couple years ago too.
My worry is, what have they done with any of the Battle Royal winners?
Baron Corbin kind of came better. I mean, he wasn't like the best guy in the world either, to be said. I mean, with that said.
That's true. I mean,
I don't think
look at
Mojo was either.
Mojo, fuck no. I remember cheering for him when he won last year. I don't know why.
It gives him a big moment. It really does. Cesaro, I think, is going to be the most iconic Andre winner.
Yes, and I feel like they've done the most with him.
And they gave him a huge moment putting Big Show over the first one as well. So.
Oh yeah, it kind of made the thing special, the Battle Royal specials.
So I would love to see Drew McIntyre win because I would love to see him on the main roster in general. That would be amazing. I'm really hoping that someday I get to see Reigns and McIntyre because I feel like they would have a really good match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go with McIntyre. If it wasn't for Rusev going into the Fatal 4-Way, I would have had him winning.
I would.
But
did you hear about that? About Rusev?
I don't know about the rumor. It sounded like clickbait, but we'll see.
It seems. I've heard that rumor before that he's asked to be released, and then he came out and said no, that's not true. So
it wouldn't be shocking, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is. So,
anyways,
yeah, I'll go with actually another person that I wouldn't be shocked to see win. Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe should be ready as well.
Well, I think he's going to be served for another purpose.
Money in the Bank?
Oh, no, for the show.
Oh, like what, for Cena?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, we're getting there then.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Let's move on then. Wait, who do you have winning the Andre then?
I have no idea. I seriously have no idea. It's hard to choose. Genuinely have no idea. I like the Drew McIntyre one. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought up somebody from NXT and have him win it. So Drew McIntyre is definitely one that I like. I seriously have no clue because I really don't know who's in this match, and really the people I do know that's gonna be in this match is like Kurt Hawkins. Like why would Kurt Hawkins ever deserve to win anything in his life?
It's like the only people that they've been announced is like Dillinger, Hawkins,
exactly,
Corbin, Hardy, Ziggler. That's about it.
Maybe
so.
Ziggler because he can't get a one-on-one match.
Yeah. So
let's talk about that for a second. The funniest thing about this whole thing is that WWE has the longest fucking WrestleMania of all time with the most matches of all time, and yet they can flat out tell Dolph Ziggler to his face that we can't fit you in a one-on-one match for WrestleMania. Ha! That's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, let's move on. To Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali.
Holy crap. By the way, can I just talk about this for a second?
Sure.
I'm shook because so WWEshop.com is doing a 34% off your order, which led me to ordering the Monday Night Rollins shirt. And I did it this morning and it just shipped. So in the same day,
Holy
they
fuck.
ship off. That. So how about that? By the way.
Wait, what?
Anyway,
What's a dealio?
34% off your order.
34%. Oh damn. Anything?
Yeah. So yeah. So I got the brand new Rollins shirt, which is like, because they've been going through some deals with it, but I think the brand new Rollins shirt was still at $24.99, and I got it for like 18.
That's a hell of
That was good.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
Might have to invest myself in something like that. Anyways, I might get a Rusev shirt. Happy Rusev.
I wish Gargano had a new shirt, even though his one is tight. His one is pretty tight.
I still have.
But anyway.
I still have the DIY shirt.
Oh, poor you. Anyway.
No, I think I wore that. Anyways, Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali.
Really excited for this
I'm
match.
so excited. Now this has it. I think for on the kickoff, it has the opportunity to really steal the show if it goes on last on the kickoff, or even second. But I think last. I think mainly last. If it goes on last on the kickoff, then it has an incredible shot to steal be literally the best match on the whole show.
Very well possible.
Now,
I'm gonna be saying that a lot. I'm so excited for this match. I'm so excited for this match.
No, I am really. What I love. Let me just say this real quick. What I love about this whole show is that every fucking match has a purpose.
Yeah,
every match has
absolutely
been built up to very well. Whether either like for example, like Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax has been built up to for months. Like the only one that really doesn't necessarily have a purpose is Orton, Rude, and Mahal and Rusev, and still that's been built up to. Every match has been built up to. Every match has a purpose. Like it doesn't feel like they just kind of threw together this card. It feels like an actual genuine WrestleMania card that they worked and built up. That's why
a lot of that has to do with the hype as well.
Exactly. And that's why I'm so excited for this show. Anyways, Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. I'm really debating on who's going to win because you could really have either of these guys. They both have they're both faces. I think it's Cedric Alexander's time. He has lost so many times before. And that kind of goes against my saying with Gargano winning earlier. When I said Gargano's going to lose because he's lost so many times earlier. But I think it's Cedric, but I really would not be. I really could see them going Ali. It's such a. I really want both these guys to win because I love them both so much. I love Ali and I love Cedric, but I think it's Cedric.
I agree. I think Cedric has been born to be champion since the Cruiserweight Classic. If I'm being honest.
Real.
I do like what they've been doing with Mustafa behind the scenes, where they've been giving him a lot of promo time on WWE.com and the YouTube. So I'm really happy about that. And that would lead me to believe that they could go with him. But at the same time, I think that's just to kind of make him look a little better and defeat. I think Cedric will win. I think he's best suited to be champion right now. I'd love to see him champion this new kind of wave of 205 as well. So I'm really excited for him.
For real. For Rizzle.
I just got a link to a tweet from WWE.com where Daniel Bryan is interviewed by Kathy Kelly at Access. And Access, just kind of, all the kind of random tidbits that kind of happen at Access. Daniel Bryan is now on record for saying that he wants Gargano to lose because he wants him on SmackDown. So you may have a point. I may have a point. Maybe you have a point. But
that's if they bring him up. Who knows? Could you imagine? We're going to talk about Daniel Bryan in a minute, though. Oh, yes. My God. All the dream matches possible. But I think we're both in agreement, Alexander.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, I don't know what match to start off on the main show. So, I'm just going to go in order of what WWE.com has.
Okay.
Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. I think this is Nia's moment. I think Nia wins.
I think you can do that as well. I think you can't have Alexa win, but I think it's a very good story if you have Nia win.
You know what I find funny is that when she defended her title at Chamber, it was the first time she defended her title since October in TLC. She does not defend her title that often.
I think you also have kind of gotten over the ordeal of Nia being the monster heel, and now she's kind of the lovable babyface, really, which makes her more vulnerable. Yeah. So I think you can run with that with the roster that you have on Raw, and to still keep it really compelling overall. So yeah, I got Nia winning that one.
Yeah, I got Nia winning as well. I think Bliss has had the title for a long time now, since after SummerSlam, because they had to change it for SummerSlam. Give it to Sasha and then have Sasha lose it 2 fucking weeks later.
Yeah, I was thinking that they would have Sasha win at the Chamber and they do Sasha Asuka actually at Mania, but I'm not mad at how they're doing this at all.
Yeah, I'm kind of over Sasha winning titles.
Sasha Asuka had an amazing match on Raw a while ago, though. I will say that.
Yes, that was really damn good. That was damn good. But anyways, I think Nia's gonna win. All right. So in this Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman and a partner of his choosing. Now it doesn't say it's for the title, the tag team title.
No, it is. It absolutely is.
It is.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
is.
That's what I'm saying. Is that fucking it is because, but it doesn't say it is. That's all I'm saying. So Braun Strowman, his partner. This is where Samoa Joe came up.
Yeah.
I think Samoa Joe's his partner. Now, it's what I really want, but I think it is. And I really hope it is, because last year Samoa Joe was there. He wasn't injured. He wasn't injured at all. He was there, ready to go. Same thing with Finn, but they just kept him out for no reason, even when he was involved in the storyline with H.
He was the very first guy that was shown was on the red carpet for Hall of Fame yesterday, too.
Oh, really?
The very first guy, yeah.
Well, see? There he is. Put him in the match.
I think you could do several options with Braun's partner.
I heard Rey Mysterio
you could do
is a big one.
Yeah, but I don't know his injury situation. I think he is ready, though. I think. Ow. I think he's ready.
Jesus,
I think I dropped my phone while flipping it, and it almost connected with my kneecap.
Ooh,
that would have been bad.
That would be no problem. But I think with Rey Mysterio being gone, I know this is off topic, but with the New Japan, how he's going to face Liger. Yes, that's a dream match, but I feel like the match was better with Ospreay. That's just me.
Yeah, because Ospreay is probably killing himself on every single occasion. So I'll say that as well.
Yeah, well,
let's not talk about that bump he did in his last match with Skrull, by the way. Please.
Oh, wait, which one? No, which one?
The fact that you have to ask which one is the problem.
That's true. No, Go ahead.
This guy tried to do a Spanish fly off the apron with Skrull.
Yes, I saw that. I was assuming you were talking about that one, but
his neck literally went 90 degrees, and that was not good.
Yeah.
He is out for the rest of the week, and he could be out for a little longer as well. So
he's
terrifying.
He's in NOLA.
He was.
He's there. He's wrestling.
Oh, that's insane. I have no clue how he's doing that. He must be made of like elastic.
Dude, the guy,
I have no clue.
The guy is crazy. He literally goes out and he will kill himself on every show for the love of the fucking wrestling.
Shout out to him for that, but gosh darn, man.
Shout out to Will Ospreay. He's awesome, but at the same time, he's killing himself.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think there's a few options for Braun's partner. You could do Rey Mysterio, I guess, if he's ready. You could do Samoa Joe. You could do Batista if you really wanted to go crazy.
Batista would be ready.
The one that I want to happen, honestly, if I could have had it this way, I would have had Braun Strowman just do it alone. I wish he could have, but I'm glad he's not at the same time. It would have been pretty cool to see. But I either want this man to win the Rumble, or not the Rumble, but the Battle Royal, if it's not Drew McIntyre, or I want him to win a tag titles with Braun. And I want this man to be Elias.
Hey,
because
I completely forgot about Elias for the Battle Royal.
Yeah. Oh, Elias is in the Battle Royal. So yeah, never mind. He's in there.
Yeah.
He is in there.
I could see Elias
so
in the
win
Battle Royal too.
You could win it. Yeah. If it's not Drew, I think it's going to be Elias. But
I completely forgot about Elias, to be honest with you. And that's going to be great when he starts out, when they're like, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. And he's just performing in front of probably like 40,000 people, because not everyone's going to be in the arena yet.
Facts, but it's still going to be real cool.
It's still going to be cool.
But yeah, I guess it would be Joe in that case, because Elias is confirmed in the Battle Royal, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, granted, he could do 2 matches. If Cole's going to do 2 matches. But normally they wouldn't really do that, so it's probably going to be a surprise. And that's why I think it's going to be Joe, and I really hope it's going to be Joe. I really hope
Joe and Braun would be so insane.
There's no ridiculous. Well, if it's Joe, there's no way they're not going to win, right?
Well, I think whoever is the partner with Braun is going to win regardless. I really do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Joe and Braun is freaking unstoppable unless they tear each other apart, which is also possible.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. Could you do Kane as well? As much as I don't want it to happen, could you do Kane?
I don't think they're gonna do Kane. I think there's one Big Show. There's been a rumor.
Yeah, Big Show's possible. He's still around.
I feel like they're both gonna be in the Battle Royal though. So
yeah,
did
very
you
true.
see? I saw Mark Henry's Hall of Fame speech of him last night. Was that not awesome?
Yeah, I saw all of it, and I loved the entire show. Honestly, I know a lot of it drags, but yeah, Henry was awesome.
Did you see a picture of when Goldberg made a speech and how all the wrestlers left?
Yeah, they were taping stuff though. Apparently,
Yeah.
Like I know all the women were doing the set reveal.
Yeah.
Like during that too. So like,
yeah, they were all doing stuff, and the other people, I think, like most of them had been up from like 6 a.m. doing media, and then they have to be up, and then they have to be up in the morning again early to do more media and more access stuff.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that.
Yeah. No, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. I just kind of felt bad for Goldberg. You know, he has to wait like 6.5 hours to fucking make a speech, and then when he makes a speech, and none of the wrestlers are there.
But yeah, I feel like in the moment that would be something that I'm kind of excited to see live. And again, I'm kind of banking on going to Mania at this point because I really want to go. But
what, the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even think about going to the Hall of Fame. I just didn't. As much as it'd be cool. When I actually talked to some people last year that went, and they sat a little high up, and they could not hear like hardly anything of what people were saying because the speakers were so bad. They fucked up.
What building were they in for that one? Was it Amway?
Yeah, it was Amway.
That's weird.
Yeah, but and then also they said it's cool to go to for a bit, and then but as the show goes on, you just kind of stop caring.
I mean, I really enjoyed it. And I think from now on too is going to be the people that we grew up with.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if Christian gets into the Hall of Fame, my friend will fucking cry. So
at this point, after what Mark Henry said too, could you see Owen Hart getting there?
I could see Owen Hart getting there too. Yeah,
that'd be insane.
Insane. You know, Owen Hart died actually in the arena that I used to go. That I watched my first ever wrestling event in live.
Yeah, it was there. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Which was crazy. I didn't even know about that till afterwards. But anyways, what were we talking about?
We both agree that it's going to be Braun winning this match, whoever the partner is.
Whoever his partner is. I don't really see them how they could lose. I mean, obviously they could, but I just think it'd just be dumb. I mean, and I love the bar.
Yeah.
They've had the titles for a long time, and the problem is with this whole title reign. They've had it. They've pretty much have only faced Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, or Seth. If you think about it, like this whole past year.
I mean, yeah, it's just you know what I think about too. Now I think about it. What if you did? You had Braun and Samoa Joe win. They kind of run roughshod on everything for a little bit, but the only problem is that Authors of Pain get called up on Monday Night Raw as well.
Oh, you think Authors of Pain win?
No, I think Authors of Pain get called up on Raw in general. I think they will because you have the Bludgeon Brothers on SmackDown too. I don't think you really need another big man team there.
Well, and then also what's going to happen after this is they're probably going to do a superstar shakeup, draft.
Oh yeah, they were going to do that. Oh, they were talking about rumors for that. Yeah. Because Sheamus and Cesaro brought that up on TV too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Gosh darn.
Yeah. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
I know some rumors are like AJ is going to go to Raw. The Bar is going to go to SmackDown. Seth Rollins was going to go to SmackDown, and then.
Could you see? Oh, so that means that Gargano actually could leave because he could be a part of that.
Exactly.
Oh, snap.
Exactly, fam. This is great.
I think you can still have Gargano win and then have both of them go up on the same brands. So.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, moving on.
It could. It's going to be crazy. It's crazy time to be a wrestling fan. Anyways, so we both agree that Braun's going to win. So let's just move on to the United States Championship match. Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev. I'm happy that they put Rusev in, and I think he's going to win.
He deserves to. Out of the people that are in there, I think he deserves to. I don't know if he will because Orton just got the title.
And I actually, now that I think about it, they might have Mahal win.
No, I don't think they will.
I could see it, dude. I could see it.
No, I hope not.
They're
That would
like
suck.
they're like, we're going to Saudi Arabia. You know, we need a Saudi Arabian to win the title. Let's have gender.
He's not Saudi Arabian.
Then they're like, oh wait a minute, fuck, we fucked up. Oh well, he's close enough.
It's not even close to Saudi Arabian. Freaking heck, man.
Joke.
No,
A joke.
I know.
But I think I genuinely have a feeling that Rusev's gonna win though. Like genuinely,
He could.
I have a feeling that he's gonna win. I feel like they're like, especially, I don't know. I have a genuine feeling that he's gonna win, and he honestly is the one that should win. He should win.
Yes, I agree. Again, like I think he does deserve it more than anyone else on that match right now. I really do. He has the crowd behind him. The crowd is going to be behind him the entire gosh darn match. I promise you.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be one of the things I'm really excited to see too. Is just all of those people being over him because he's totally going to be the most over in that match.
Easy.
He's going to be over tonight more than likely as well. So I don't even know why we're talking about just this match. But like,
Who, Rusev?
I would not be shocked if we got Rusev a chance during this kickoff. I guarantee you that's probably going to happen.
I mean, even you're over when even John Cena goes. Even WrestleMania lands on Rusev Day or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Like you're
Like,
over.
It's easy to me, but I think Orton retains. If anything, I think Rusev wins, but I think Orton retains because it's just too soon.
I wish this match was on the pre-show.
I do too. Just swap this in the cruiserweight, please.
Yeah, but they're not going to because Randy Orton's in it and he's a big star.
Nah.
I don't see Rude winning it, even though I love Rude.
Yeah.
I would love to see Rude and AJ.
I think Rude turns eventually. Also,
I mean, he'd be great as a heel. He's great as a heel. The only problem is his theme. Like on the main roster, everyone loves his theme song.
I mean, still, they kind of ran with it in NXT.
Yeah, but he's still going to be cheered. But they didn't really care in NXT. Anyways, either way.
Yeah.
So you have Orton, I have Rusev. All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on to the match that, honestly, I'm looking forward to the most on
Dark
the
match.
show.
Or Dark Horse, I should say. It's like Dark Match, then Dark Heart, then Dark Horse.
Intercontinental Championship match: The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Honestly, I think this is going to seal the show. If you have seen their match last year on Raw, which it was a Raw right after Payback, they had a triple threat match, and it was honestly probably the best Raw match of last year, and one of the best Raw matches recently. It was absolutely.
It was up there.
It was fantastic.
It was definitely up there. Yeah, it was really, really good. Yes.
And now they're going to have a WrestleMania match. And I think Finn Balor's going to win.
Sadly, I agree. And I say sadly because I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan.
I say sadly because I want Finn to be more than that. And they've had rumors in it, it's been like Vince has been thinking, yeah, let's have Finn versus Brock. And then he just kind of gave up on him after he decided against it the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally like 3 times it was going to be Finn versus Brock.
Yeah.
But nope.
I think you have an arguable claim for anyone winning this match because, of course, the whole Monday Night Rollins gimmick with Seth Rollins,
Well,
you could easily have him defend everyone.
Yeah, but I think with Miz, you have to get the title off him, have him go to SmackDown, Daniel Bryan versus Miz.
Yeah.
Finish that thing off.
I think it'll happen.
It's got to happen. You built it up.
Has to.
You built it up so well.
Yeah. I think it's the match Miz wants to.
I think, yeah, and I don't know if Bryan wants it, but it's definitely, I mean, Miz definitely wants it because it'll definitely help him a lot.
I think, obviously, I think Finn definitely needs it a lot because he hasn't really had a lot of championship gold on his waist. Obviously, he only had it for like 24 hours for the Universal title.
Sadly.
And he hasn't really had a lot to accomplish here either.
And they forget that he's the fucking first ever.
Yeah. I think really all of the Universal Champions have been forgettable. Honestly, even Goldberg, which is kind of weird.
Even Kevin Owens?
I think he's the most, or at least unforgettable, or at least forgettable, I should say. Honestly.
I can't really disagree with that.
I really do. Because, and honestly, with Kevin Owens, the whole thing with Chris Jericho kind of got old after a little bit until he broke it off with them. And that's where he lost the title.
It got old, but when you look back on it, you're like, damn, that was actually pretty good. But at the time, it got old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't really disagree. And the problem is you have Brock, champ, who is never there, ever.
Yeah.
Thank God he's leaving.
So,
That's just my opinion.
and I think you could have Miz win because, of course, he's parading around the fact that he's almost the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time. You could have him win here and swerve it and have him lose on Raw at one point too. I think you could easily do that.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Zack Ryder thing that they did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
And they've done it with Miz too. Miz, he won the title at 29 and lost the night after to Barrett again.
Yeah.
So you could easily hot potato
but
this.
with Zack Ryder, it's like, oh yeah, this is his one chance to finally be relevant, and then
Yeah, just a moment though. To be fair,
his one moment.
yeah, the moment. It's a big moment.
Anyways,
But if I were a betting man, I would have Finn Balor win. I think anyone could win this, and I also do agree that this is a very, very, very big potential dark horse match to steal the show.
I think this is going to steal the show, honestly.
It could really do it. I think the match next up could do it as well.
Yeah. Which, speaking of, let's talk about that. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos versus New Day versus Bludgeon Brothers. I mean, we all know what the Usos and New Day can do. It's prevalent. They have had, I mean, like, they probably had some of the best matches of last year. And the Usos, in my opinion, are the best tag team out there.
Yeah.
Just
It's very debatable.
calling you out, Young Bucks.
It's debatable.
I think they are. And I think, do you think they win?
Nope.
Who do you think win? Bludgeon Brothers?
I mean, actually, I think you could have the Usos retain. I think you could have the Bludgeon Brothers win on a singles match instead of a triple threat.
That's what I'm thinking. I think the Bludgeon Brothers will win, but I don't think they win here. I think Usos, they'll probably pin one in the New Day. One of them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, too.
For sure.
And then the Bludgeon Brothers like try to break it up or whatever, but they can't.
I think the best way to end the feud with the Usos in a New Day is if you have an Uso beat someone in the New Day and the New Day go back to Raw afterwards.
Yeah, I think the New Day. I think it's either. Yeah, I think it's. Well, I think it's. Yeah. Well, I think one of those two are going back to Raw. Usos or a New Day. It's one of the two.
I think it's got to be a New Day.
It's got to be.
Bludgeon Brothers go over.
But anyways, Usos are awesome,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope they win.
It would be nice to see. It'd be really nice to see them win.
And yeah, but I think the Bludgeon Brothers' time is coming.
Oh yeah, it has to be because you got to kind of legitimize them as a team as well. This is their first big match, and it's very interesting to see how they're going to handle it.
Remember, like 3 years ago when we did this podcast and we were talking about Battleground 2014 with Usos and fucking Usos and Rowan and Harper.
Yeah.
And now we're here. They're facing again.
Having one of the best matches of all time, or not of all time, of Battleground's history, I will say that. It was one of the best Battleground matches of all time.
This fucking Battleground, it doesn't have much competition.
Exactly, 100%.
Do they even still have that pay-per-view anymore? I don't think so, right?
They may have cut it. I don't think they did, but they may have cut it.
I don't think we had one last year, so I think they cut it.
Oh, we had one last year because we had the Punjabi prison match last year.
Oh, that's right. God.
I'm glad you were able to forget about it because I wasn't.
Oh. And hey, Usos and New Day had a great match last year at Battleground.
They did on Battleground, yeah. They did. They absolutely did. This is the one thing they haven't had, by the way. Out of all the things that they did last year, this match between these two guys haven't had a WrestleMania match, which is a shame.
Hey, and it makes sense for them to have a WrestleMania match. I was thinking like a couple months ago that they'd have Sammy and Kevin versus the like Usos or New Day. And the thing is, the Usos are faces. What I love about this face turn now is that they're literally the exact same like they were before as heels, except people like
basically.
them. Like, that's awesome. That's how you make people faces.
The only thing that's been different about them is that they're just kind of going against the guys that are cheered. Basically.
Exactly. Anyways. Oh, I gotta fix myself. Anyways. But I think Usos are going to win. And fuck Battleground.
I'm going to go with... because I know I'm fairly certain New Day are not winning.
Yeah, I think that they shouldn't win, honestly. And I have nothing against New Day, but they've... Your time is up. Your time is now.
I'm gonna go with... Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Usos just for the feel-good moment. I think they'll do it.
And they've just...
Yeah, they've been super crafty with their championship matches, so I think they'll just find a way to win. And I don't think their time is going to be very long after this, but I think that's the show that you should have them win. I think it would be nice to see.
I agree. So, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka, SmackDown Women's Championship.
Gosh, freaking darn, man.
First off, let me just say this. Carmella.
I hope not.
What do you think?
I really
I hope not too. This is my thing with Carmella. This is what I think. They're going to do that whole superstar shakeup. Have Carmella switch to Raw, so that way her briefcase works for the Raw Championship. And have her cash in on Nia.
Which would be crazy.
Yeah. I think that's honestly, I think that's how you do it because I don't know. I just don't think you can ruin Asuka's streak. You can't have Asuka lose to Carmella.
You can.
You can.
You can.
I know that's the thing. Though.
If you have Carmella completely defecate on the Women's Revolution by having James Ellsworth win it for her, you can just kind of break this with Asuka. Now, the thing I'm also seeing as well that's making the rounds, reportedly, Charlotte versus Carmella is advertised for matches after WrestleMania 34. Which freaks me out a little bit. I know it's supposed to be subject to change and all that stuff, but that
stuff's always subject to change though. Because I remember they had like fucking for a show here, like 2 years ago, they had Orton as the champion, and Orton was not the champion at that time.
It's still so weird though because like they have no connection whatsoever right now, Charlotte and Carmella. They kind of do. But not to the point that it's like direct. It's been more Ruby, Riot, and Riot Squad, stuff like that.
They teased it on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. They did. And they're going to continue doing it. I think she'll play a role. If I were them, I would have Carmella try and cash in Seth Rollins style. But I would also have Carmella kind of be to blame for Charlotte losing the match and for ruining the match. Because I'm dumb excited for this match, honestly.
Yeah, I'm probably less excited than you are, but I still think it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be really interesting. I have Asuka winning. I don't think you break the streak here.
I do too. Well, they kind of ruined the streak on in Chamber when they had fucking her barely winning against Nia, and then Nia just kill her after the match. Like, what was even the point? What was even the point of having the streak?
The streak. Good lord, dude. No. Because this has been going on for like, what, 500 days now?
Oh, yeah, something like that. It was funny.
Actually, maybe longer. It may be longer, actually. I think it was like a ton of days, actually.
I don't even know.
Like, freaking heck.
But my dad, because he knows about Ronda being in WWE, and he was like, so what's like the end? Like, what's the point of even having Ronda in? And I brought up Asuka. Yeah, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I think they're going to have that match eventually.
Yeah.
That scares me
I think that's
a lot.
the end game. Ronda versus Asuka.
Yeah. That'd be very interesting to see them have her go undefeated for that long, though. It would be. Oh, like, would you? I think you have to do that match at Mania, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Which is why I thought they were going to do it this year, but obviously not.
I'm glad, though. I'm glad because I don't think Ronda is ready in general.
Yeah. No.
She's not ready. Working really hard.
She's not ready at all. No. Yeah. You're right.
I think if she gets a year under her belt and gets all this experience, I think that would be really good for both people in this situation. It's a match I do want to see because as far as dominant women go, these two are the names that are on the bill for sports right now.
Pretty dominant, though.
So I would definitely want to see that happen. I think Asuka wins based off of just not ending the streak here. I don't think ending the streak with Charlotte. That would be one person to definitely do it. If it were anyone to do it, I would have Charlotte do it, but yeah, I think Asuka wins.
Alrighty, let's move on.
Despite Carmella cash in, and that would be really impressive to see. Not only Baron Corbin fail, but have Carmella on the same show fail too, because both of them won their Money in the Banks on the same show. I'm pretty sure.
Will they fail? Will she fail?
So. I think so.
See, my thing is, I could totally see them having Carmella cash in on Asuka to get heat on Carmella. I could see it, and
that would be like the excitement through that would be off the charts. By the way, if they do that, because there's no telling what they would do with Carmella in this case. The Money in the Bank is such an insane prize.
It's crazy.
Hold on.
Also, this year,
a second.
I should talk about Money in the Bank this year. Isn't it a joint show? Raw and SmackDown.
Pause it. Give me a second.
I'm keeping it in. So get wrecked.
Gosh darn it.
So we're back. As TR paused.
Don't keep that in.
I'm keeping it in.
It's right there for the record.
Okay, but isn't Money in the Bank this year a joint show?
It is. Like, everything's going to be joint after this. Like, Backlash is going to be too.
Oh, no shit. So it's all going to be both brands.
Yep. Everything is. From here on out.
Hell yeah. That's the way I like it. Tired of this fucking shit. Pay-per-views. It just devalues the pay-per-view. All the pay-per-views. In my opinion.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think there's pros and cons both ways. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
I bet shows are going to be a lot longer now.
Maybe. No. I don't think so either, because they're going to have to give some time to the big shows, first of all. And second of all, is going to keep some times limited, which will make the pay-per-views consequently better and more valuable. But we'll see.
All right. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. If Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose, if they win, they get their jobs back. If they lose, so long. And I think they lose. Daniel Bryan.
How is this match supposed to work out? Like, how is that supposed to happen? Like, you have to have Shane and Daniel Bryan win. You really have to.
And then I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn go to Raw. They go to Raw the next day, and Stephanie's like, "Hey."
Are they fired? Period. Because I thought they were fired. Period.
I think they're off SmackDown. I mean, listen, the WWE fucking how continuity, how everything works, is cancer. So I try not to make too much sense of everything.
Yeah, it says just SmackDown Live, I guess.
First off, can we talk about Shane and how crazy this fucker is?
Yep, we can, because this is insane.
He is not getting his surgery that he needs. And instead, he's going to wrestle this match first. And then he's going to get the surgery.
That sounds right.
That's the most Shane McMahon thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way.
Fucking crazy, dude.
I just don't understand how he's capable of doing any of this, genuinely. After not only having his back basically broken up, or what he did with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, because that was freaking miserable to watch. That looked like it hurt.
Which part? The power bomb on the thing?
Yeah, that sucks.
You know that Shane McMahon probably came up with all that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
100%. Absolutely
crazy. And he thought it was just gonna be, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna hurt, but whatever. And you could tell right after it hurt. He was like, oh. Yeah. And he normally doesn't fucking do that, but he was like, oh, and that's probably where everything fucking happened. Guy's crazy. The guy's crazy. I mean, like, genuinely, this guy's fucking suicidal. He's crazy. He did the Hell in a Cell spot where he jumps off the fucking thing, goes to the announce table, not once, but twice. Guy's insane. But I think Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon is going to win, because how can you not have Daniel Bryan winning his first match back?
That's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure you're not going to have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens fired for the rest of their entirety. Like, there has to be something that could stop them or bring them back. So, at the same time, you still have to have Bryan and Shane win this match, because that's just logical. It's not human to have them lose this match. It really isn't. It's just not. So,
I mean, especially in the place that he won his title.
Yes.
Title.
Yes.
Gotta.
So, I don't know. I can't see it happening.
But I see. But then they're fired from SmackDown Live, and then they go to Raw, and Stephanie McMahon hires them because she hates Shane. She's gonna stick it to Shane. So then they both go to Raw, and they run roughshod on Raw.
I guess so. I'm very excited for that match too, though, because I feel like all of them are going to have a pretty impressive way of doing this match.
I'm excited. I think the biggest thing for this match is obviously just seeing Daniel Bryan in a ring again.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
Can you like? I mean, how excited were you when you fucking went on Twitter or whatever and you saw that Daniel Bryan was cleared?
It was insane.
It was insane.
I think we all, well, not all of us. I think because one of my friends that I also talked to a lot, he was kind of putting that in the air, kind of talking like, really, this has to be leading to something. Like with the way that they were doing this whole storyline with Brian to keep him involved, it had to lead to some type of match. It felt like
you would think the same thing with Miz.
Yeah,
And they
very
did
true.
nothing.
Yeah,
So that's kind of what I was thinking of with this one. Like, oh, they're gonna lead
Yeah.
to something, but they're gonna do nothing.
but lo and behold, I don't know what possessed them to try it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see it. I'm very excited just for the spectacle of that, and I think that everyone's going to be there coming to play as well.
Could you imagine though watching that? Obviously, it was great. You know, and they got more viewers by telling people that Daniel Bryan was cleared, right? But could you imagine seeing that spot where they attack Daniel Bryan and then Daniel Bryan comes back and then they attack him again without knowing that he was cleared? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
That'd be insane. Obviously, I understand why they didn't do it. Like, I completely understand why, but
Yeah. I was going to say too, I was like, there's no way you can actually do that because it's very problematic when it comes to the whole ordeal of matches and stuff like that. But at the same time, it would have been like one of the most insane, incredible things that anyone could ever expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been incredible.
But we both agree. Brian,
Mhm.
Shane's going.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we can both agree on this next match: Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Kurt and Ronda's going to win. There's no way they can't. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I thought the same thing with Sting and H. And look how that happened.
I feel like this is much more concerning though, since it's a debut, and you kind of have to make Ronda look good.
Yeah, and Ronda's going to stay. Ronda's a full-time talent, pretty much. So
yeah, exactly. So you kind of have to put them over in that case. Again, I don't expect this to be a really good match, but I wouldn't be shocked if they put this last.
I hope.
I don't think it deserves to be.
If it goes last, I will genuinely be mad. I will genuinely be pissed.
I think the same thing happened with Taker and Roman. We were all kind of upset with that, but at the same time,
I understand.
It made sense after the fact.
See, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, this is probably when I was thinking about it, seeing that it was going to be Taker and Roman last. I was kind of mad for a second, but then I was like, okay, this is going to go on last. So
yeah, exactly.
Why am I getting mad?
It made sense. So yeah. So what can you do?
What can you do? But yeah, I don't think this is going last though. But I think Kurt and Ronda are going to win, and so do you. So let's move on. We have 2 matches left. We have, you know what? We're going to talk about the Universal Championship first because I think we both know what we're more excited for out of these 2.
Yeah.
Brock and Roman. I think this is pretty easy as well. Roman.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Again, Vince can change his mind and then sign Brock. Brock actually signs, but he's pretty much he's going to UFC. Which LOL UFC Conor McGregor, haha.
There was a nugget that was in the press conference yesterday. I'm sure you saw it because you're up to date with the UFC stuff that's happening too. Is that Dana said on mic, I'm pretty sure to Ariel Helwani, saying that Brock is still with the UFC.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
He just needs to go into the USADA pool and that's it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which got some laughs in the crowd, which is also pretty funny too. But with that said, yeah, he's still kind of with the UFC. He still has fights to go. And we already know that he did that because Paul Heyman was literally sitting there telling us that he would retain at Mania and then go to UFC and take a title from there.
Which is why.
And just put it side by side.
My only problem with this match is that I'm not mad about that Brock leaving. Honestly, I'm happy Brock's leaving because I'm tired of having fucking part-timers with championships and making championships not mean as much. Okay. So I'm not mad at it. And I like Brock. I feel like I'm always the one that's defending Brock, but this time I'm not defending Brock. My biggest problem with this match is, Brock leaving, is he really going to try to put on a great match?
I think so.
I hope so, because their last match was great. And
I think he really respects Roman as well, especially, and I think that also kind of goes to show how Monday went as well. Because he did a really good job working with Roman on Monday.
He respects AJ too. Because
yes, absolutely.
He sold for AJ. He was still selling his knee after the calf crusher, which most people don't even do. He was selling that shit. So I hope so, and I really hope so because these two can be another match that just fucking steal a show and kill it. because these two are awesome. And honestly, wouldn't even surprise me if they did like a 5-minute match and have Roman just kill Brock. If it didn't go on, the thing is, if they did that, it could not go on last.
And again, it doesn't have to go last.
I think it's going
especially
to,
considering that I think they still assume that even though they're trying their best, I think they still assume that Roman's going to get booed out of the building.
Yeah, but he got cheered on Monday, and he's been getting cheered. They've been doing a solid job. But I mean, with this WrestleMania crowd, I don't think there's a way that in hell that he's getting cheered.
This is not going to happen, especially after last night too, because he definitely got booed through the Hall of Fame again last night.
Yeah, there's no way he's getting cheered. But I mean, who cares? Honestly, I'm not even a Roman hater anymore.
I'm not. I never was for the longest time because I knew that the match quality was getting better.
My biggest problem.
I think the promos were there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Like the promos were really bad. I think they may have been just overly scripted, I guess, is what I would say. And he would just keep following the scripts.
I just remember when he had that feud with Bray in 2015, and they were like, what? And he was like, nah, this ain't no joke. This is real life. When he's talking about Bray, like fucking like doing magical shit.
The best way to describe that too. Remember his feud with Big Show?
Oh my god!
And the feuds, or like the promos that he would cut.
Yeah.
The Jack and the Beanstalk one, of course. Yeah. But you also had that match at Extreme Rules, which is also pretty good.
Yeah. It was like promos for shit, but the match quality has always been there, and he's always given his all, and especially after this past year, I've become I never really I never hated him, but I never really was a fan. You know what I mean? Now I think I'm like a fan. Like I actually am cheering for this guy to win.
It may be because of Brock as well. I think Brock and his contractual situation probably helps that too.
But it was even before then. Like I've been feeling this way since like mid last year, since SummerSlam. I've wanted this guy to win the title because I think he's great. And now when he wins the title, he's going to go on. He's going to defend that title every pay-per-view, and he's going to have great matches, kind of like this first run when he faced AJ a couple times after that. And then that was actually the last time he had a title, which was almost 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think this is gonna be probably a longer title run.
Again, a reminder though, he has main evented the past 3 WrestleManias.
This is true.
With that said, that's not including this year.
This is true, which I'm not denying, but yeah.
And one of them made sense. 2 of them actually, because he was in the title match. But the third one, sort of.
I would Taker make sense.
By default, yes.
By default, because it it made sense at the time. Now, if Taker shows up, it does not make sense because it's obviously not Taker's last match. If he shows up on Sunday, of course, I think he will. But
again, yeah.
But anyways, we were all pissed off. I remember being so pissed off before WrestleMania 31, and that was kind of the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so let's move on to. I think the match. Honestly, I think everyone's looking forward to the most. Debatable, of course, but.
Yep.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
This is happening.
This is fucking happening at WrestleMania.
I'm very calm for this. Very calm.
I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Nakamura?
You should do Nakamura. I think you should.
I think it's Nakamura.
I wouldn't be shocked if you did Nakamura winning and you did Styles Nakamura 3 at Backlash.
I wouldn't say Backlash. I would probably. I think they're gonna hold it off a little bit.
I think
depending on how this match goes.
I think one or two things happens. Either Nakamura wins
before you go. When's is Backlash the next pay-per-view after this?
Yes,
next month.
Fairly certain.
I'm not including the Greatest Rumble because I don't think anything's going to change on that show.
That's a glorified house show to me.
It's a glorified house show in front of 60,000 people.
Yes.
There's a lot of titles on the line. And does the Rumble match is it even for anything?
No. Just the bragging rights of being the one man to win the 51.
See, that's what they should do. So, they should have it being for any title that they choose, that person chooses.
You could, but yeah, I don't know.
That's just my thinking.
Very upset that this is going to be on of Friday at noon, but
Is it really on a
screw it.
Friday?
It's whatever. It's on a Friday and it's at noon Eastern time.
Oof. It's me 11 o'clock. I mean I'm back since I can't even leave my house. I'm back on
Exactly.
I'm back on my bullshit to where I'm like back in high school where I fall asleep at like 5 a.m. and wake up at 1, 2 every
Exactly.
day, so that's a fucking rip. Anyways.
And Triple H versus John Cena on that show for whatever reason. But anyway,
Is it really?
yes, Triple H versus John Cena was on that show.
I saw that, but I thought it was just them being like in the match.
No.
But no, it's an actual match
No.
on the show.
Oh yeah, there. Danny Bryan's in the Rumble too, by the way.
All right. Well, they're having like everyone go out besides the fucking women because they're not allowed
Yeah.
in that country.
Because yes, this 2018 just has to be problematic. Anyway,
Anyways.
one or two things are going to happen with Styles and Nakamura. I think either Nakamura wins and AJ goes to Raw, or I think Nakamura wins, AJ turns, and then we do Nakamura and AJ again.
I think AJ goes to Raw.
Probably. But I also could see AJ getting his rematch for that too, because I think AJ hasn't been heel since Mania. Technically was kind of the time where he changed, I would say. Mania last year.
After that match, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would be one thing you could probably do.
He was still a heel against Shane, but then after that, he was pretty much a Shane. Okay, so I know this is really random, but I have a Zodiac poster for the movie Zodiac, and I'm just now noticing it has like all these fucking codes on it, and on the top right it says RKO. This is not a joke. This is really random. But I'm just now
Clearly he's going to be the winner of this match and not anyone else.
But I'm just now looking at it and I'm like, oh my god, this says RKO. Holy shit. Anyways, I think AJ goes to Raw. That's my thing.
Now, who do you put as Nakamura's challenger after this, though?
I see. That's the $1 million question. Honestly, Daniel Bryan. But
Not this soon.
I don't think they're going to do that soon. But I think that's a match that will happen. And honestly, I don't know. I honestly have no clue. I could see them. I know there was some rumors that Seth was going to go to SmackDown, which first off I hate because Seth and AJ have been apart every single brand split that they've done, and I want to see Seth and AJ so bad. That's like literally one of the only matches that really I want to see on WWE.
I think Seth could really pump a lot into SmackDown Live. I think Seth and Miz could.
Yeah, which I think those are the two that are going, and then the Bar going as well, and then what?
I don't know who you moved though. With that said, I think you moved New Day, of course.
New Day, AJ.
But then again, you're moving AJ outside of Rollins' realm, which I would hate.
Exactly, that's the problem.
I don't know.
I don't know. But then I think they're gonna do AJ and Nakamura later down the line. I don't think it's right away. I think AJ goes to Raw.
One of the things that always kind of comes back to me when we're talking about Mania rematches is Benoit, Triple H, and HBK, and they did it again at the very next show.
Yeah, they did.
And I remember that happening, and that was one of the things that kind of harkens back for me now.
But that wasn't.
I feel like that's one thing they could do.
With triple threats, there's never really a point where you can really build up to do it again, for the most part.
Yeah.
Whereas single matches, you have that opportunity to build up to it again. So, I don't know.
I think the whole thing about that triple threat too was because it was so great that they wanted to kind of do it again. Like that was the backstory, I think, for that show, which is impressive. I think that you could do that again here.
And it was in Benoit's hometown.
True, that's true.
It was in Benoit's
that's
hometown
true
too. So
that's fair. Yeah. So,
I think.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be Nakamura for sure, though. I will say that.
We both agree it's Nakamura. Depending on what happens after, is going to be interesting. This whole weekend's going to be crazy, man. Tonight, tomorrow, and then the next Monday and Tuesday. Be interesting to see what happens. I'm interested to see you get.
Very curious. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how SmackDown handles it, because I really do think that Authors of Pain for me is a lock. I've been saying that a lot, but I don't think there's anything they can really do after tonight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have them coming up for Monday, but I don't know who else really joins for Tuesday.
My biggest problem with I think Raw is like right now is what SmackDown Live was when it started.
Yeah, I agree, because Raw is really good right now compared to SmackDown.
Raw is so good. SmackDown is It's
compared to SmackDown. I don't think Raw is perfect.
no.
But I think compared to SmackDown.
No. Raw's not perfect.
Yeah.
First off, the show's 3 hours, so it's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
But it's still like really goddamn entertaining every week. Like there's still a lot of stuff to like SmackDown level like stuff back when it started. Now SmackDown Live is really not that good. Ever since Road Dogg took over.
It was that was the joke that was on the Hall of Fame too. I wish you had saw that.
Oh, what did he say?
You didn't see the Dudley's induction speech.
No.
So they were talking about how they were kind of reading back and forth. Devon and Bubba were joking about how Devon was taking up all the time at first, and he was like, "Now that I was giving you the tables, now I'm behind the table. I'm in the office. You got to go by my rules now." And Bubba shot back at him and was like, "You directing is not a good idea," basically. And kind of harkening back to the fact that he's a backstage agent directing SmackDown.
That's funny. I forget that he's works for WWE now.
Yeah. And then he literally, as you should know for Bubba being like the most ridiculous guy in terms of the spark talk that he would say online, he was kind of saying that joke and he was like, the people are not going to know that joke, but the boys are going to laugh at that joke for sure. And I think he was talking about how Bubba was, or Devon was going over, because again, he was such a great part of that Hall of Fame speech. And now Bubba was kind of giving the jokes about how he would be over and how if I were the one directing, everyone would actually be over. And I was like, wow, this is just impressive.
Jeez.
I'm very impressed by how this is, as far as this is going.
I got to check that out. See, the Hall of Fame is good.
Yeah, you need to watch that.
Hall of Fame is good in like space, like parts. Like give me some clips to watch, a compilation, like an hour compilation, and I'll watch it. You know, like it edited down to 1 hour. That'd be perfect. But of course,
I think it was
but it's like 4 hours, wasn't it? Or 5 hours?
Yeah, it was something long. I think it was actually longer. Yeah, because it started at 8, and I think it was 12:30ish when it finished.
Yeesh.
I'm pretty sure. And the Dudleys went like 40 minutes if you're including Edge and Christian, which you need to include because they were awesome too.
Yeah. Well, we just talked about Mania, man. We just talked about all of Mania weekend. Is there anything else you want to talk about wrestling-wise or anything else at all before we kind of hop off?
Since there's no guarantee of when this next podcast is going to happen, if it ever does.
No guarantee.
What do you kind of see as like the next big thing for the future? Like out of the plausible things that are going on right now.
For WWE?
Yeah, WWE, NXT combining. Just kind of look ahead. Look ahead to WrestleMania 35. I'll put it that way.
Jesus.
For the next year, what do you think? What do you think are going to be the things that are going to be taking over?
Predictions. Okay.
Sorta.
Well,
you can do more than one. You can do one.
Well, I think Roman's probably gonna have the title next year. Still. I think Money. I'm gonna talk about Money in the Bank for a second. I think Finn Balor is gonna win.
Finn, really?
I think Finn is. And then, I don't know. I think 205 Live is going to get a lot, is going to be very more prevalent next year. I don't think, a lot of people saying it's going to go away. I don't think so. And I think with Triple H now kind of taking more control at WWE, it's going to get a lot better. And I think Adam Cole's going to kill it on the main roster.
I think so too.
I think by next year, Ricochet is going to be in a match on WrestleMania. I think Adam Cole's going to kill it on the main roster, though. That's my big prediction. And he's going to be a champion within a year.
I'm not mad at the prediction, actually. I'm not mad at it at all.
You can't be mad at it. How could you be mad at that?
No,
Adam
I
Cole,
can't be.
baby.
I think that's definitely something that could very much happen. I'm very curious about where they go with the North American Championship. Now that we've introduced a true mid-card title, I don't know if they're going to handle it much like the UK title. I feel like it's going to be a lot more prevalent.
I think they're going
So I'm curious to see the characters and the ways that they go with that title now kind of in the backseat of the NXT title.
See, the thing is with the UK title,
that's one of the big things I'm very interested
They
about.
defend it on house shows. You're not on house shows, excuse me, on indie events. On indie events, they defend it. And like I feel
Yeah,
like the North American title is strictly WWE. Like
it's kind of like the
strictly.
TV title.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a good job with it though. A lot better job with it. Also, some predictions for people that might sign with WWE. I think Keith Lee.
Yes,
He's
I agree
probably
with
going to
that.
sign. Walter's probably going to sign as well. I
Mhm.
honestly hope they would get Matt Riddle because I seriously think Matt Riddle can be one of the biggest people in WWE.
I feel like Matt Riddle is kind of in a small pool of guys right now that are on the indies solely because they can be themselves.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, the
I
thing is, they don't want him because the marijuana.
yeah. And that's like there's
Smoke
specific
money,
reasons for
bro.
everyone. I think the Young Bucks are in that realm as well.
Well, I think they
Um,
also don't want to go to WWE because, like you said, they can be themselves and they're making about as much money as they would be in WWE.
if not more.
If not more, yeah. Same thing with Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I seriously don't think those guys will ever go to WWE. As much as I would love them to, especially Kenny, because Kenny would be probably he'd be where AJ is.
hmm Yeah, absolutely. He would be.
But
I
I don't think
think
they ever will.
I think they will when they've accomplished everything. And that's the crazy thing is that I feel like they have accomplished everything at this point.
Exactly. Like the only thing that for Omega, the only thing that he hasn't accomplished is like the IWGP Championship. But I don't think he's ever gonna
Yeah,
get that.
he can. I think he can. I think there's still a space for him to take that.
It'll be like 2
Um,
years though.
I wouldn't say that either because I think that Okada right now he's untouchable. Like he hasn't been beaten in so long, and I think that Omega has been the closest guy to beating Okada as well. I feel like he can be the guy to topple him.
So pretty much they're 1-1-1. So they're
Yeah.
probably gonna. I honestly think next year they're gonna Wrestle Kingdom, Kenny and Omega again, or Kenny and Omega, Kenny and Okada again.
Well, you would also have to have Kenny win the G1 again.
I wouldn't see a problem with that.
Have they done it that repeatedly? That's one thing I'm curious about.
Have they done that
Because
before?
Kenny winning the G1 and first was a big deal, but winning again this soon is interesting.
Well, I thought he was gonna win again last year, and they're gonna do it again, but obviously they didn't, and they had Naito, and then the biggest question for me. First off, I love what New Japan has done with Zack Sabre Jr. this year,
hmm
but my biggest question was why they didn't have Naito beat Okada.
Maybe they want to make it to do it.
But see, that was the only reason why I'm thinking that they would have Naito lose, because that was the perfect time to get the title off Okada, but they didn't. So now I'm like, okay, they're gonna build it up another year. Have Okada just be awesome, because I love Okada. I think everyone loves Okada.
Yeah,
If you don't love Okada, go
absolutely.
fuck yourself, pretty much.
Okada is legitimately having like one of the best title defenses I think in title runs I think of all
All
time.
time,
I'm not even
any
going to say that.
company, anything, all time.
I truly believe
That's
that.
not an exaggeration. That's facts. Hashtag facts. So. But yeah, my biggest question was why did they not take the title off Okada? But now it would make sense if they would, have Kenny take it. And I think he's going to win the title. He's going to the G1 again. And honestly, people are not going to be mad about that.
No, not at all.
Especially if he fucking kills himself like he has the past couple of years at G1.
Gosh darn it, man.
Well,
Omega Okada
fuck.
could
I
be
want to
crazy.
say that, but then I really want to see Ibushi and Okada and Omega.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh.
That's like literally the dream fucking match. Like they had
You could
they had
have
that match in DDT and whatever, which was is literally one of my favorite matches.
Oh, that
Crazy.
match was
It
ridiculous.
was ridiculous, and having it in New Japan is gonna be fucking even more ridiculous.
I feel like Omega and Ibushi is kind of in the same ship as Nakamura and Styles were, and that Styles and Nakamura wanted to have that platform where everything came in line. So you have Nakamura, you have Styles, you have this match with all the hype, you have the WWE title on the line, and you have it at WrestleMania. I feel like that's what Omega and Ibushi want to do, is that they want to have everything come together perfectly. You have them at Wrestle Kingdom, and you have them at a title that's big enough. I don't know if you sacrifice Omega, or I don't know if you sacrifice Okada just to have Omega Ibushi for that title at Wrestle Kingdom the next time. I don't think you do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could see you do Omega Okada, have Omega win. I could see you do Ibushi Omega at Dominion,
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's big enough for them.
Bushi and Omega. Well, maybe. I
I'm talking for them. I shouldn't be doing that because that's not what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
It's not. But at the same time, I know that they probably want the biggest stage possible, which would be Wrestle Kingdom in that sense.
Well, who's going to face Okada
Uh,
at Dominion this year?
uh, it's not going to be Tanahashi because they're next up actually. Um,
Is it a? I don't know who it's going to be.
you could do Omega
You could do Omega and have him win there.
because at Dominion that's where the tie went down, right? I'm fairly certain.
The what went down? Sorry.
I'm pretty sure the tie happened.
Yes.
That's
Yeah. Which was one of the best matches of all time, I should say.
and have Omega and Okada met since Omega beat him in G1?
Nope. Well, like Melbourne when they did the Australian tour, but that was house shows.
It was a singles match.
It was a tag team.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't think they've had a single match since then.
No. They haven't had singles match. They're keeping keeping them apart because they know how great they are.
I think Omega has been the only guy to beat Okada and not get a title defense or a title shot since Evil, or like since he's been the champion, I should say. Okada. I don't think anyone's never capitalized off that because Evil beat Okada in the G1 too, I believe.
Yeah, but that was
and
the G1.
got his shot afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna be fucking crazy what they're gonna do. This whole year is gonna be crazy. I seriously have no idea where anything's gonna go for WWE and New Japan. It's crazy, and we still have this weekend to get through, which is gonna be tonight, tomorrow.
3 hours away. Only 3 hours for Takeover.
Holy shit, you're right.
Only 3 hours.
I have to move all my shit down to the basement so I can watch it.
Lord, I'm so excited for this. Gosh darn show.
Anything else?
God.
Anything else you want to say before we end this?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
Well, TR, I'm glad we did this. It's been a while.
Yes.
It's been a
It has.
fat minute, but we did
It has.
and I'm glad we did it. It was fun. We talked for 2+
Yes.
hours like we normally do, and hopefully,
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say
hopefully we can do it soon in the future too.
maybe. I know we're both a lot busier because we're both full time now.
Well, I'm out of time, right? With my foot.
This is also
no
true.
time right now, but
It's also very true.
but soon I will be full time in 3 months. So, but
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you all for listening. If you listen to the end, you're a fucking miracle worker. You're insane. You're crazy. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone enjoyed. We'll see y'all later. Peace.